Or we'll see. Soto's coming up to bat right now.
Oh, I know, man. That's my dude. But let me see if I can make sure we're live.
It says we're live here.
On my channel? Oh, yeah. Let me mute it.
It says we're live here.
Yeah, we are. Let me mute that.
Yeah, let me get my headphones on here.
All right. Bring the comments over. I think it's just us right now, which is A-okay with me.
Okay, I can't see any comments, but you just fill me in. Kind of watching the game and talking as we go along.
Está bien con eso. All right, let's get some thumbs up. I thumbed up my own live stream. All right, but like we were talking before, man, I know you don't collect a lot of the young guys, but Sandy Alcantara, Dominican stud.
Yeah.
There's something about the Marlins that they can't retain their talent, but when it comes to pitching, they find phenomenal pitchers. Like I could only imagine, the tragedy with Jose Fernandez.
Oh man, that was terrible.
Oh my God. He was a Tampa kid too. He's a local kid. So we saw him in high school come up. But man, the talent of him. Can you imagine him 1-2? I mean, the Marlins, you just playoff favorites just with them,
Yeah, I mean, Sandy right now, in my opinion, he's the best pitcher right now in the National League.
Yeah,
I mean, he's young.
I'll give you that.
He's young. I mean, if you watch him, he play. He's the type of pitcher that he'll go the whole game. He wants to pitch the whole game always.
Oh, salud. I knew Pepino was going to drink. I didn't know if you got a little something.
I got some coffee actually right now.
How Cuban of you.
What am I going to do,
Un cafecito ahí, tú sabes.
Un cafecito.
Okay, ¿cuál equipo tú quieres? PR or Dominican? Who you cheering for?
I got to go for the Dominican. I got to go Dominican. We got to find somebody here that's for PR here.
I know. I'm Team Platano. Team Platano.
Nice.
And just to show you, I'm not just jumping. This is 2006. The kids call this a throwback. This is Pujols.
Oh, beautiful.
Shoot, in 06, Pujols was like 5 years in. His rookie's 2000. Yeah, like
he
6
was
years
young.
in.
Yeah.
Young kid.
Yeah.
Máquina.
I love that. I love the hat too. I love the cap.
Thank you. Yeah, well, nice. The wife she's like, whatever happened to your hat? I think between moves or whatever, I lost it. It was an old Dominican hat, but I kept it. It looked new. And I lost it in one of the moves, and she knew I was excited about this game today. And being the good wife that she is, she's like, here you go, just in time for the game. I'm like, what's this? So, Bob had the hat on earlier today. I sent you the pic. She's team today.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, they got an all-star team. I mean, check out the lineup they got there,
And that's with Vladdy not playing. Vladdy had some swelling in his knee before play. And, these guys have $1 million contracts. And like Freddie Freeman, he was playing for Team Canada. And he had some tightness in his hamstring, so he shut it down. He's not even.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did see him play one of the games, the first games, I think it was.
Yeah, and I think Team Canada, depending on what the U.S. does, they could advance. I mean, it's pretty tight in their pool. I'm looking at the record. Pool C, United States is 2-1, Canada's 2-1, Mexico just won. Actually, you know what? It was the game before this. Canada lost because they didn't have Freddie. So they're probably going to be gone. It's probably going to be Mexico and the United States. And if Dominican wins, they will be playing Mexico. That's why I was hoping Caesar would be on here so I could talk some mess.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, exactly.
Because the best Mexican player is not even Mexican. Do you know who it is?
No, I don't.
For Team Mexico? Oh, we got some people in the chat. It's Randy Arozarena, Rays extraordinaire.
He's Mexican. I didn't even know he was Mexican.
He's not, homie. He's Cuban. So I looked into it. I was like, what the heck is this? But when he escaped from, I don't want to say escape, but when he defected from Cuba, he went through Mexico and met his baby mama, I think his wife there, and became a Mexican citizen. So now that he has dual citizenship in the U.S. and Mexico, he plays for Mexico.
Wow, look at that.
Oh man, he crushed it. I don't know if you saw the game prior, but he missed a grand slam by inches, so it was a long strike. But then on the next pitch, he had a bases clearing double.
Wow.
He's a phenomenal. He's a big game.
Yeah, no, he's big. He's big. And Tampa's got a good team. They always have good teams. You know, Tampa seems to have some of the best young talent every year, just like almost similar to the Marlins. You know, they get the young talent, but then unfortunately, you know, they never come
with
through.
the Rays, and I'm close to the Rays, being in Tampa. The Rays always think of something. They're always creative. They're the ones that started the shift, really. I don't want to say the creative shift, but they're the ones that made it prevalent where they were shifting on every play. If you will look in between batters and all the players in the field were like quarterbacks. They had their wrists and positions because they were into the sabermetrics. And then they also started the opener because they were the first ones to start looking at the data and noticing that their starters, by the time they went through the third time around, which was, the third at bat, they noticed that the ERA almost went 2x. So they started doing the opener, let them face the first three batters, and then bring in the starter in the second.
Yeah, that's something different. You know, I lived in Tampa for many years. I went to the first game there at that stadium there. Went to the first game ever, and the same thing with the hockey when the Lightning started over there. I was there during that era.
We got Double D in the chat. We got
all right.
Black at the cards.
Yeah, Double D was just talking 52 Bowman with Mike, our baseball collector.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Pepino did. Oh, wait, Will, Steph, Lou, I am at the game repping my Roberto Clemente shirt. I can't hear you, but I just wanted to drop in. I'm sitting in right center field. Nice. Beautiful.
Wow. No, it's sold out. I mean, this is crazy. It's like the World Series over here, you know?
Well, I was going to ask you, what's the vibe over there? Because I looked. Let me give a shout out to Will.
Incredible, but it's like $162 per ticket.
Bro,
you know, that was when they were available. That's pretty much what it is.
So I looked last night after the game when I knew this game was going to really matter because winner advances, loser goes home. Because Venezuela, even though I think these rosters are better, Venezuela, they're just clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
So therefore, no, it's going to be Venezuela in one of these teams. But yeah, I looked last night and looking at other games comparable in the same, it was like $18, $22 in Arizona. I think they're playing in Arizona. The game prior to last night's was like $30. Tonight's game last night, I'm sure it's gone up, was $207 for the cheapest ticket.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, the cheapest when I checked was 162, and that was about a week ago.
Well, bro, I mean, depending, I mean, it's going to be good either way, either Dominican or Puerto Rico. But they're playing Mexico in the next round. You think you're going to be able to get tickets?
Let's check and see. You can go right online and check it.
I'm going to send you a text. If I can make it, you got to try getting tickets, bro.
You can make it. I'll check it out. If you can make it down here, I'll let you know. We'll let you know.
It's a 4-hour drive, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. I mean, and what people don't realize is, like, this gets me excited. Let me see. Double D. So what's the deal with the WBC? As far as I know, often they do this every 4 years. Yeah. So that goes into what I wanted to get into. You know, I talked to a couple buddies and they're like, oh, that's cool. You know, it's kind of like a World Cup or Olympics every 4 years.
Exactly. Like the World Cup.
Yeah. But to me, like, they don't understand why I'm so excited. I'm like, because bro, it is March and there is meaningful baseball. But they don't understand, you know, how electric it gets, especially during the Caribbean World Series, which happens all the time. You know, when they see players like Javi, Lindor, who are playing right now, like the excitement they play with, the enthusiasm, they get that from playing in games like the Caribbean World Series, where there's meaningful baseball in March and even earlier, you know, when they're playing the Caribbean World Series. And like right now, where are you going to get this kind of energy except for October.
I mean, guys, they're playing for their countries. It's something that they, and with their country mates, and they really don't get together most of the time. Remember, these guys play against each other all the time,
He's a
and
brother.
now they're playing on the same team. They're playing together. They're playing for their country. I mean, it's just you watch them, and in the stands you could see the people out there with the banging of the drums and playing music and with
Like,
the
we don't,
big country, the flags. It's awesome. I'm telling you, man. It's
I left my flag downstairs. I had the Dominican flag. I was going to do it old school. But they don't
yeah.
understand. There's like there's parades in the. I mean, it's not even
Yeah,
official. It's just families. They got the congas, they got the guiro, they got maracas, and just in the stands.
yeah,
People doing
it's
that.
crazy.
It's just it's a good time. And I could tell you the food. Will
They're
be,
showing them right now. Check it out on the TV. They're showing all.
I love
It's a party atmosphere, is what it is. That's how they do it. That's how we do it. And all of the Latin countries, and hey, don't forget the Japanese and all that. They do the same thing out there. They're playing their music and they're loud and all that stuff. It's
Chinese
just
were,
it's a
they were
party. It's a party.
yeah the Japanese were as expected solid. They were 4-0 in their group.
Yeah.
Chinese was disappointing. My wife was happy. Team Israel won a game.
Oh, did they win today?
I don't think they won today. I think they won yesterday.
Oh, okay. No.
They-
Yesterday
they-
they got killed.
Oh, yeah.
It was the 10-0 rule there.
Mercy rule. But I
Mercy
think
rule.
they beat China, I think it was, because they're the same group, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But let me see. Let me show you. So the Puerto Rican roster, of course, has Edwin Diaz, the most dominant closer right now. They have Lindor, Javi Baez, Molina. Marcus Stroman is on the roster,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's really played.
He
Jose
pitched. Yeah,
Pedro,
he pitched the other day.
did he?
Strowman pitched the other day. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I thought he tweaked something, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he pitched, but he only pitched. I think it was about 3 innings, 3 or 4 innings.
Yeah, I think they're being real cautious with him, especially with all the, like I said, a lot of these guys have big contracts, and the teams
Yeah.
don't really care for this. But again, this is especially with the Latin American countries, this is a source of pride for them. Now Venezuela, I know Braves country is freaking out because
Read the lineup for Venezuela.
you see Acuna out there crushing the ball, running like he's in October. Love seeing that. Venezuela also has Jose Altuve, Salvador Perez, and then Miggy, the old school legend. He came in.
He's playing good.
Yeah, he came in for a little bit. Let me see. Oh, Luis Arias, he's a hitting machine. And then you got for Team DR, you got their legend Nelly Cruz, who's the elder statesman. Robbie Cano's on there. He got a base hit the other day. But then, I mean, you got the Murderers Row. The only other team that I think can match this firepower is the United States, and they don't even have Judge. But with the Dominican team, they have Rafi Devers, Machado, Julio Rodriguez, Eloy Jimenez, and then you got Juan Soto. It's like, come on, man.
It's an all-star team right there,
And then you got Sandy. You got your boy.
And you got Sandy pitching. I mean, come on, So
You got
far,
Donnie
he's shutting
Soto.
out everybody.
Hey, it's Donnie's pitching today. He's got the shimmy. Look at that. My man gets a base hit. He's celebrating like he just crushed. I love it. Oh, we got a little bit more in the chat.
We'll see. Wait till they put Sandy up there to pitch. I think Sandy's gonna get him.
Oh yeah, Stooks. They traded Luis Arias. Where did Luis Arias end up going? I can't remember off the top of my head. There's been a lot of movement, man.
Yeah, you got Javi Baez batting now. Oh, this is a tough lineup. Oh, look at that, hitting to a double play.
Yeah, I got Javi's autograph somewhere over there. Let me see.
A lot of great Latin players. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, man. Let me see if I can find some Javi up in here. Oh, double. Come on, get that, baby. Double play, baby. Team Platano building. Let me see.
I don't have too many new cards, but I do collect Marlins and Sandy. So I'll show you my
Where's
his
your
Sandy
Sandy?
auto.
Oh, that's a nice
Yeah,
one, bro.
that's a nice Sandy auto there. This cool. It's
Oh,
kind of like a clear one, and the back is it's
I
like
didn't know he
a
went to the Marlins.
yeah.
No, not Sandy.
That's
Luis Arias, the hit machine from Minnesota. Because Judge was in battles with him for when Judge was up there for the Triple Crown. Luis Arias had like a 317 batting average.
no, that guy's a good hitter.
Yeah, he's a great hitter. But now he's playing for the Marlins. I totally forgot that. I missed that.
I think we just got him this year. I think.
Yeah, that's what my man Stooks is saying. That was a nice little trade. Sup?
Yeah, but we lost. We lost Rojas, who was like the captain of the team
Yeah.
to the Dodgers, and the Marlins started trading off people left and right. It's tough
I mean,
to love them.
it's kind of like the Rays. I mean, the Rays are more. I think they're a little bit better at keeping, or not keeping their talent, but being a winning organization. Like they always win. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to bet against the Rays and winning over 90 games. It seems like the last 6 years they win over 90 games in this tough division. When Red Sox were hot, they were still winning 90 games. The Yankees are always
Yeah,
hot. But the Blue Jays are up and coming, and the Blue Jays are a scary team, especially
I'm
with that.
telling you, it's got to be the toughest division of them all, right there. I
I
mean,
think
you think about that. And they all have great players and all young players. So it's tough. But the Rays just somehow just can't get through to the World Series. That's the thing with the Marlins. They never win. They never win. I think in their
they never win
entire
the World Series, bro.
no, but this is what I was gonna say. They in their entire career of the Marlins, they have two winning seasons, and both of those they went through with wild cards straight through, and they won it all. I mean, that's incredible. That they go through all the way through the wild card twice in a row. I mean, that's very unexpected. Nobody expected anything like that.
The
And then
thing,
they trade Stanton and they trade everybody else, and then same thing. And the other time, then they trade Miggy, and they trade everybody after all that mess.
Rays are smart with their money. They're pretty smart with where they invest. It's always young arms and a cornerstone player. Back in the day was Evan. Now it seems to be Wander Franco. They signed him. They did the Braves thing and signed the young player to a 10-year contract. I think it's 13 actually, maybe. I don't know, but they signed him to a long deal, 200 million, because in the long run, they rather pay him 20 million a year opposed to 40 million a year, where you could get stuck. As there's risk on both sides, right?
Yeah,
The guy gets a nice guaranteed contract, but again, he might outplay it. But the team locks him in. But then the team could lock him in for 10 years and he could be a dud. Look at how do you think the Padres feel having a kid like Tatis for the next 12 years, injury prone and already popped hot for a PED test? And he's still on the hook for like 300 million.
yeah,
No.
yeah. It's a big risk. I mean, that's the risk they take. But if Tatis is good, it comes back strong. They could go all the way. Let me tell you, they got a tremendous lineup right there.
Oh yeah. I'm on, but the thing is, like, they signed Machado, I believe. They gave him an extension,
For
but
a
like
long term, yeah.
Soto's still looking for a contract. Like, I'm pretty
Man,
sure if you could have gotten out of Tatis's contract, they would have done so by now. But like, I'd rather invest 300 million, 400 million in Soto, who's been to the playoffs, who's won a World Series, opposed to a guy. And like I said, I get this from Mangini because I agree with him. You can't be the best player in baseball and lead the league in errors. The kid cannot field. They
that's
threw
a
him. Did you
great.
see him the other day in spring training? They threw him in right, and he still flumped.
Yeah,
Dropped
you're
the ball.
completely right. That's you got to play baseball. You got to know how to play the game, and
Yeah,
it's offense and defense. You can't just be a hitter anymore.
Eloy. Everyone's wearing the old school '80s Mr. T dingling.
Yeah,
Well, here's a little hobby bias right here. Puerto Rico representing another hobby. These are all like prospect and rookie cards. I gotta call Caesar.
Nice.
Because Caesar said he was going to jump on.
Yeah.
But let me
How's the
see.
chat? Any questions in the chat? What's going on with the chat
Well,
there?
they were talking about Luis Arias. We got
Yeah, yeah.
chat, and then I got people texting me. So that's why I'm trying to be. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in a baseball game. The passion is unlike.
Hey,
Oh, yeah. So Will, who's in the chat, but shortly because he can't really hear the live stream. He's at the game. He's in right center field, and
wow.
he's texting me. He's like, "This is unlike anything he's ever experienced in baseball. The passion is unremarkable by these fans. They live and die with every pitch."
Hmm.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's why I
I'm
was so
telling you, it's like the soccer. It's just like soccer. That passion is there because it's your country that you're playing
yeah.
for, and you're watching your team. You know, I
Well,
mean,
I mean, a lot of people
it,
don't realize. I mean, to me, Puerto Rico is pretty Americanized, but there are very poor parts of that country. But when you come from a third world country and you have these heroes, like one of my favorite stories I saw in Nicaragua. This is their first time in the WBC, and a whole bunch of the fans wore Roberto Clemente jerseys, and they said we will always be thankful for Clemente for the sacrifice he did in order to an attempt to help our country. You know, because he died
yeah,
flying.
that's incredible. Right, helping them from
Yeah.
the earthquake.
So a lot of fans, instead of wearing their country's jersey, they wore Clemente jerseys for the first
Clemente
game. Which,
in honor, and
oh,
he passed away there. You know, in
yeah,
their country.
yeah. So I thought I was phenomenal. Let me
Yeah,
see.
that's a great tribute. You know, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Let me see what we got. I'm out now, but I got like 4 threads going on right now. Hold on. I'm not trying to
Hey,
be
Lou, you're a popular guy, my friend.
nah. Only because I know you, brother.
The YouTube Hall of Famer himself. I'm honored to be here with you.
Hey, let's not come on. Everyone knows I'm in because of Bob.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm on her coattails. So, but we got some things coming up that's gonna be hilarious. I can't divulge too much, but it's gonna be funny. It should be
Can't
coming
wait.
up in the week, so it's gonna be a good
Can't
time.
wait.
But yeah,
That should be great.
she's a natural. I'm just glad I have one out of my 3 kids that enjoys collecting, and
Yeah.
she's still pretty young. She's into the Pokemon, and she likes that because her older brother collects it. But I'm just glad. To my
Whatever she likes is, you know, whatever. Just let her do whatever she likes and
yeah,
whatever she
I'm just
wants. I mean,
happy.
that's what the hobby is all about. You know,
Yeah,
she's gonna enjoy the Pokemon, then go for it.
yeah. So I mean, I buy the stuff. I mean, I'm just happy she wants to hang out with good old dad. And as she gets
That's
older, she's always asking questions. And like right now, just like when I was a kid, I love going to baseball because dad buys me cotton candy, soda, candy, ice cream, and then she might ask me, when is Judge coming up to hit? Or like that's
yeah.
real like, or I just love it when every once in a while she'll be like, so what does that mean? Why did he do that? You know, she's only 8, but I'll explain it and she'll lose interest. She's like, can I get more cotton candy or this or that?
Hey,
But
but
it's
at
like,
least you know she's got some interest, and that's how you get it going. You know.
I don't want to push it on her because, like I
Yeah.
said, I
No.
pushed it on to my boy and he's like, like he'll hang out with me. Like
Yeah.
he won't be into it like this. Who's up?
Yeah.
Who's
Well,
up?
it's a big thing here. They got a big shift going on here.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know who's it's a big guy up, but let me see here.
Now I can tell you the shift is
Some
going to help MLB's batting average. It's going to help allow those
yeah.
those lefties. It's going to help a
Yeah.
lot. I don't think people
No.
will
Oh,
realize.
they walked him, man, on first and second here.
Yeah, but like players like Rizzo and all those guys who are just straight pool guys,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
batting average is going to jump 10, 15 points.
I tell you, those are the type of hitters that definitely are going to take advantage of that now because they just can't do the shift anymore. But they've got to figure out a way. You know how these managers are. They always figure a way to get around things, you know. So we'll see what they do with that. And then you got the pitch clock, you know.
Yes, I was going to tell you about that. Let me just tell. Very true, Donnie. Yeah, Donnie's correct. I mean, just her hanging out with me is the best. But
Exactly.
yeah, bro, so I've always been a speedy guy. I've never been a power hitting guy. So I'm always thinking about like Ricky Henderson, base running, causing havoc. And I've been to only one spring training game, and the pitch clock changes a lot of stuff up, man. Like the pitcher can only throw to first only 2 times. I'm still learning the rules. I think they only throw to first base
Yeah, I
twice,
think so. I think, yeah.
and they have to be on the mound ready to pitch by 15 or 14 seconds. And if the batter is not with doing eye contact within 8 seconds, is an automatic strike on the batter.
Wow.
So I'm already thinking, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be a pain in the ass to the pitcher, I'll dance a little bit, let him throw. But once he throws
Yeah.
twice, you can look at the
Can
damn
you?
pitch clock and just time it, because
I can just imagine, Ricky Henderson, with this kind of rules. I mean, come on, I remember they would throw over there 5, 6, 7, 8 times, because they don't want to get that lead, and it'll be crazy. He would have had somebody like a Ricky Henderson now, with these rules, gets a good lead. I mean, I can't wait for our guy Jazz Chisholm
you
to
beat
see
me
how
to
he does, man. That's my other Marlin guy, Sandy and Jazz.
because he's great. He's very savvy. He's a good base runner. But like that was the first thing I thought of. People were like, "Oh man, this is going to speed up the game." I'm like, "How about these base runners? Stolen bases are going to go up, especially now that you don't have the shift and batting average is going to go up. A lot of hit and runs are going to be going on." But bro, I mean, if the pitcher's already thrown twice and for a fact that he's going to throw home, even if it's a fastball, breaking pitch, you're definitely running. But if he's
Yeah,
going to throw a fastball, bro, I mean, the advantage is to the runner all day. He's going to throw home. So I don't know how that's going to work out throughout the year. And I was talking to a buddy. He's like, "Oh, you think?" And I think contrary to the bigger bases, everyone's like, "Oh, stolen bases are going to go up," because I'm like, it's not going to go up. Not because the bases are a couple inches wider, but I think it's going to prevent injuries. Those close plays, especially at first, where I've seen runners trip over the first baseman's leg. The stretch. I think having
yeah,
that little bit of distance, even at second, so the runner can do a slide hook or reach around. That distance is going to help prevent a lot of injuries.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know.
Caesar's coming on, but his phone is dying. He's got to charge it for like 5-10 minutes.
Oh man, Caesar, he does that all the time. Even in his videos, he does a video and then he kind of says, "Oh, my phone," and then he shuts it off. So
I'm just
we'll
trying.
see here. They got a man on second and third here.
Oh, got one on third.
They just catch it right through his legs here. Man on second and third. I don't think there's any outs.
The Dominican's weakest position
Oh
for
no,
you
there's two
is
outs here.
catcher. Is Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez just drives me crazy
Yeah.
how he catches.
That's another one of these players that he's a good hitter, but he's not good defensive.
He's a power guy, like hitting wide.
Yeah.
He's terrible. But the thing is, the way he catches is just lazy to me. Like I'm still an old school guy, and
Yeah.
I've seen people with one knee down, but now lately it's like I see both. Like he's almost just laying down on one leg. I get the catching position is rough and it's taxing on the body, but then stop catching, bro.
Yeah, bro. Go to first base. He's not even on his knees. If you take a look at him now, he's not even on his knees.
That's why he has so many pass balls because
Yeah.
he can't react to the pitch fast enough,
Yeah.
and he
Especially
can't.
with men on base. I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh, and that's even worse. And he can't stop a ball in the dirt because again he can't react. He's on his leg. He's not even in a proper squatting position.
Exactly.
Oh, it just drives me crazy. Like no fundamentals. That's why Girardi got kicked out of New York because he was trying. I mean, you have a catcher who's your manager trying to tell you how to play the position, and he didn't like it because when he was a rookie, I don't know if you know, he broke all kinds of records. I think he had like 20 home runs in like 35 games, something banana.
Yeah.
And the team decided to go with the young cat, the new generation, and kick the old school guy out.
That's what they tend to do all the time. They want the guy that they can get for less money.
I'm with you.
As soon as that that young cunt there. They got it out. They got it out there. So all right. Let's see.
You might be ahead of me.
One hit each here. Yeah, I think my TV's a little ahead of yours here.
What you got? What's the Oh yeah, I struck him out. You're ahead.
Yeah, I got hot wire.
Well, you're so close to the game. I got a little
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my he is catching today. Thank goodness for that. They knew. Oh, look, my boy Rick, vintage oddball, wants to hear some play. We were doing a little play-by-play early.
Yeah, we were. It's a commercial now, but it's 0-0 and one hit each. So nothing really going on yet.
All right. I'm trying not to show too much. I don't want to get striked.
Yeah, whatever.
Strike on YouTube.
Yeah, I got it I got it off to the side over here, you know.
Yeah, I got a little, but you can barely see it with the glare. But the room's coming together. I got a little space on that wall for another case if I wanted it. I'm thinking about a shelf in that area, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I got to get my cards up. I don't have them up on the wall at all. I just got some stuff.
Well, I mean,
memorabilia and stuff.
My collection is a lot different from your collection. I can see why you have it under lock and key, bro.
A lot of it is, yeah.
But I love
years and years and years, man. Years and all that stuff. Just one at a time, you know.
That's why I try to tell people, you know, patience is key, even though I suffer from it at times because it's like I want it all. You know, my wife was asking me, you know, because my birthday's next month. And she's like, what do you want? Well, I'm like, I want a 48 Stan. I want a 48 Yogi, you know, a 50 Campanella. There's a litany of 49s I'm going to get, but I got to wait on the 49s because I retire in a couple of years, and that's going to be a retirement gift to myself. I'm going to get the Jackie, the Dolby, which is underrated. Yeah. I mean, 49 is a beautiful set. Love 49 Bowman.
It is.
Oh, it's just gorgeous. And it's littered with all kinds of great players, man. So that's early wins in it. I love the early win in it.
I just love the artwork on those cards. You know, it's beautiful in the background, and some of them are just, you know,
it's very
beautiful
simple
artwork.
You know, and the colors they use, like the Bob Lemon, the baby blue in the background is beautiful. The early win is like a nice yellow. I like it. It's very telling of
very vintage. It takes you back to those days, you know.
Yeah, I just love it. And, you know, I don't think 48 gets enough love. I love 48, even though it's black and white, but I like it. Like the Warren Spawn to me is one of the most unique cards because you never see a pose like that.
Yeah, what a nose.
Yeah, the Albert shot, you know, with the contrast of dark.
Oh, man, home run.
Oh,
somebody
call it. You beat me to it.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, come on.
Look at that. Rico Christian.
Team Platano down. Golly, he crushed it.
Oh, man. Crushed it.
You don't see Johnny shimmering on that one. No shimmy. Yeah, that was Christian Vasquez.
Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't read it from here.
Golly. Look at
see the Puerto Ricans. The Puerto Ricans all dyed their hair blonde. Most of them dyed their hair blonde. The Puerto Rican team. Did you notice that?
Yeah, they all did the blonde tips.
Yeah.
But you know what's so frustrating? So, like, I was looking at this because I remember sending you a text. I remember talking about the WBC in like January where tickets were available. And I had tickets, but, you know, with 3 kids, it's hard to commit. You know, this week is my son's birthday tomorrow. But we had things throughout the year, spring break, and I had tickets for Venezuela and the Dominican, and this one, just like in the cart, but I couldn't commit to it. You know, my wife was like, "Well, your sister says she's not going to be in town. You know, she lives in West Palm." I'm like, but if I let these tickets go, you know, for face value, I don't think we're going to get them. And so I waited like 2 more weeks.
Gone,
bro. I mean, like being like Will was saying. The vibe in there is just phenomenal. Like you can't feel that electricity anywhere else except October baseball.
No, you can't. And here in South Florida, you know, where you have so many Latins out here. I mean, I can't tell you how many Puerto Ricans and Dominicans you have here, and Venezuelans. All the Venezuelans have come from Venezuela to Miami now. So I mean, it's just incredible party over here.
So
You
like
see
pool
the
A,
you see like the cars going with the flags of the teams and stuff, driving around the streets and stuff like that.
I'm
I mean,
saying, bro, like,
it's I'm telling you, it's like the soccer vibe, like the World Cup soccer vibe here in South Florida. And when they wait till you get to the other teams that get down here, you know.
if it's like anything like Tampa, because Tampa has a whole bunch of teams. You know, we got hockey, we got football, we got baseball. When the games are sold out, I wonder how it is in front of the stadium. I bet you the people who couldn't get in, bro. I bet you the party's even more hype outside.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
it is. It is.
in the plaza, bro. I bet you that is lit, and the food is probably off the chain. People are dancing. There's bands. It might
Oh
be
yeah,
worth
yeah.
just going, not even getting a ticket because you know they got a TV set up somewhere.
Yeah, well, and the stadium here in Miami, there's a lot of residential area right around there. So a lot of times you park in people's lawns. They charge you, and you park right there on their lawns and stuff. And they have, you know, some of them do a little barbecue there, and they sell it there, and things like that. And it's like a tailgating there. You have tailgates and stuff, just like football.
My man Bink.
Oh, another
Oh,
hit here,
yeah, yeah,
man.
got one on first. What was I going to ask? I was going to
So
ask you.
who's on there? Any questions or anybody wanna
No, everyone's just chit
hop
chat.
on or just chit chatting themselves? And
Yeah, everyone's just chit chatting, watching the game, saying what's up.
good. I can't see the chat.
Are
I
you on your
should
phone? Ah,
because I do it on my phone, but I'm gonna get on here and take a
and
look.
Puerto Rico's on it right now, man. First and
Yeah, I'm
second,
telling you, it's gonna be tough.
And Cueto's scuffling. But I was looking at the pools, bro. Pool A, Cuba and Italy already advanced, but their pool wasn't anything too crazy. Netherlands, Panama, and Chinese Taipei. But that was a crazy one because everyone was 2-2 in that one. So that was like run differential. But Cuba and Italy made it. Pool B, Japan, who was 4-0, which was expected, especially with Shohei. They got a whole bunch of major league talent on that one. Australia, for the first time, advanced to the quarterfinals. But Pool C and Pool D were stacked, bro. In Pool C, you had the United States, Canada had a solid team, Mexico, and Colombia. Colombia was very
Hey,
disappointing. Colombia,
Colombia, I thought would do better. They got a good team too.
yeah, bro. I was surprised how poorly they only won one game. They
Yeah,
played pretty poorly. And then
yeah,
Pool D was stacked with Venezuela 4-0. They advanced. You got PR and DR fighting for the second spot.
yeah,
And then Nicaragua was just happy to be there. They
yeah,
they were 0-4.
yeah. And Cuba, all of the good players left Cuba to come play for the States here.
Like I said, Mexico has their best player is Cuban, but he's a Mexican citizen.
Yeah,
And Randy's doing his thing. He's loving it.
yeah.
Viva la raza, hombre! Viva la raza!
Nice.
Blood in, blood out, baby.
Let's see. Oh, okay. I can see the chat. Oh, we got Dylan in there. We got Rick. We got Stooks. We got Don 3D80 kid. We got Big Scott. Well, all
And,
right. We got a bunch of good guys on here.
a
We
link
got
to,
Don in there.
let me send a
Jay.
thing to
All
Dylan.
right. We got Reese in there. Okay, I could see now. I got it on my.
Dylan's in the chat. Let me send him something.
Got Will. Everybody's in here. Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys taking the time to just watch us two guys talking baseball here.
Yeah. This is what I do at the house. Like if it wasn't you on here, I'll be texting somebody. I'll have it on my porch, smoking a cigar. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I said, you don't get it's okay watching spring training, and you see your guy like Judge had like 2 at bats when I went to the game, but you don't see guys celebrating singles, doubles, runs, home runs like this in spring training unless the guy makes the roster.
No, exactly. And you know that they interviewed, I don't remember who it was, but one of the guys they interviewed, he said that he would love to see this in mid-season, like during the All-Star break to go and have when they're really in shape, technically, because a lot of them right now, they're just getting started.
Yeah.
So that's why they only put the pitchers. They took out Cueto now. They took him out. He only pitched 2 innings.
Yeah, they also have, but there's also something because a lot, like I said, a lot of this stuff is predicated on Major League Baseball. So once they hit a certain pitch count, they can't pitch for another 2-3 days. So I think it was like If they pitch 30, I think it's 30 pitches, they can pitch the next day or 1 day's rest. If they pitch 50, they can't pitch for 2-3 days. If they pitch anything north of 60, they're done for like a week. So once they start hitting these mile markers, they pretty much shut them down.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, even though I'm old school, I like to watch the pitchers pitch. I mean, if they're doing great, I mean, I would hate to take them out. I mean, they're on a roll. And sometimes you get a pitcher that's pitching a game of a lifetime. And then take them out in the seventh inning or eighth inning. It's like, oh man,
This isn't looking good right now, bro.
yeah, it's looking terrible.
Another run up with 2 guys on.
No, they just scored here. Look at the party. These guys are having a party, but we're looking pretty bad here right now. Yeah, this is rough.
But look at this hustle, bro. You ain't getting that in spring training, homie.
No, you're not going to get that in spring training. This is for their country, guys.
Man, you see, I should have gotten some my tostones, Platano power.
Yeah, man, that's my favorite. I got to make some tostones for you when you come down here.
Yeah, well, I was asking the wife because luckily my kids get along with my sister's kids. They're cousins and everything, and they love going down there. So my kid sister lives in West Palm. That's an hour from Miami. I'm sure we can meet in the middle. I usually hit it on a weekend, so hopefully it could coincide with a show or hit a card shop. We can get a little coffee.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm in the middle. I'm not actually in Miami. I'm in more in Broward County.
Okay,
So,
espérate un momentito. The king is here. The king is here.
All right.
Blood in, blood out. Viva la raza, hombre. Viva la raza.
All right. Yes. All right.
Homies.
The party's starting.
How's it going, man?
Let's get it started.
What's up?
Even though we've been at it for a while.
You look like you just robbed the liquor store. What you doing, homie?
I just came from the laundromat, man. my washer broke, so I've been going to the laundromat to do my laundry.
Bro.
Oh man, they just scored another run.
The Dominicans are hurting right now, bro.
Oh,
are they?
Hurting right now, bro. Fudge. Shit, man, bro. I would just want. I know I've said it a lot, but I just want to be there with my boy Will, who's in right field right now, right center, just partying, bro. Like, so did you watch? Have you been watching this, Caesar?
I don't have cable, so I haven't been watching it. But I mean, I watch all the highlights and all the stuff on YouTube the next day and videos and stuff. So I'm keeping up with it.
How do you feel?
4-0, like they haven't lost.
My boy B-Roth is on here. Hey, I just want to know, how does it feel that the best player on Team Mexico isn't really Mexican? What are your thoughts?
He's a Mexican citizen.
yeah.
Mexican citizen, right?
That's right.
Randy, Tampa Bay Ray, baby.
He's like me. I mean, I was born in Mexico. I lived there for a while before I moved to here, but I'm an American now.
Yeah. Well, someone asked me, because my pops is Puerto Rican, but to me, Puerto Rico is so Americanized. I'm like, my second team, when the Dominican is out, because my mom is Dominican, love the country, got a lot of family there, it's going to be Team USA. I was like, those are the 2 teams I want to see. Those lineups, bro, oh my God, I could see it being 20-15. Those lineups are bananas.
I wonder what citizenship Yasiel Puig has right now, because Yasiel Puig was a Mexican citizen when he went for Cuba. He went to Mexico first.
Yeah, he's another Cuban, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a Mexican citizen. He had to before he could come over here.
I mean, a lot of Cubans had to do that. That's the only way they can get over here. They had to go that route.
Yeah, I mean, Mexico has a nice team, but I would think if Puig was healthy, he will make that roster. I mean, on the Dominican team, we got Nelly Cruz and Robbie Cano.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's in jail or what right now. He got busted for gambling and betting on his team and stuff like that. So I don't know what his status is right now.
Yeah. What's Cespedes up to? Speaking of Cubans, I love
another Cuban. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's breaking his ankles on his horses all the time.
Yeah, that guy's kind of crazy. It's funny. None of these Cubans can play on the Cuban team, unfortunately. Cuban team is pretty much just, you know, guys that can't get out of Cuba at this point.
You know what? I mean, I was surprised because, a lot of players, especially in the Olympics, when they play for Cuba, like the boxing team, they defect. That's why Cuba, they send their own police and military with the teams, making sure they lock down after whatever. Because they'll defect. I forgot what Olympics it was, but I think half the boxing team didn't come back because they're like,
right.
We're starting right here. Look at Cueto. Golly, he sucked today, dude.
I did terrible.
What about Venezuela? Are they like 0-4?
No, Colombia sucks.
Oh.
They're 1-3. Venezuela's
won.
Venezuela's already in, bro.
Yeah.
And that roster is sick too. If you look at Venezuela, they have
Altuve, Miggy.
Altuve. Let me see. I had it up here. They have Altuve, Salvi Perez, Miggy, of course. Miggy's their legend. He can do whatever he wants. And of course, Acuna, of
course. Yeah, they got Acuna Jr.
So, man, but yeah, it's pretty much the two pools, Pool C and D, with the Americans, Canadians, and Mexico. And then Pool D, which is Dominican, PR, Venezuela. Those are the 6 favorites. And the other pools, you got Australia. Huh?
Canada's one of the favorites?
Well, they had Freddie Freeman. They were doing well, and then Freddie got hurt.
They're not so hot right now.
No,
not right now.
They lost today, but they were 2-1. And if they won today, they were going to make it a little interesting against the U.S.
One of the sports commentators, the team representative for that's always in the clubhouse and stuff, David Vassay for the Dodgers. He's kind of been in a lot of hot heat because he said Freddie Freeman got injured in a game that means absolutely nothing. This game is stupid. And so people jumped on his. I was like, dude, these games are important. Well, Gavin Lux, cracked his ACL, in a spring training game. That's meaningless. But he's been getting a lot of heat for calling the World Baseball Classic meaningless.
Yeah, forget that guy. No.
All you got to do is put him in the stands in this game, and then he'll see how meaningless it is.
Well, but
he sees those rabid fans in there.
Well, I'm saying, but they're like this in the Caribbean World Series. You'd be watching Telemundo or something, and they're just as crazy. It said there's riots in the stands. This is more police.
No, it's a badass environment. The very first year of the World Baseball Classic, I think that's when we hosted it at Dodger Stadium.
Was that in 06?
Yeah, it was a while ago, the very first one, and I think it was like Korea and Japan. Man, that was really nuts. It was nuts. Like those fans were nuts, man. It was pretty insane, and they picked up all their trash at the end of the game.
Yeah, super. That's why I hear the Asian culture. They're very polite. Like even when you'll see a pitcher beam somebody, and they'll tip the cat as an apology. Don't charge the mound. I'm so sorry. It was an accident.
No, and the fans are playing music and singing. I mean, the fans go crazy out there. It's like a party in the stands as the game's going on.
Every year at USC, we play the Japanese and Korean high school all-stars. So they get all their all-stars from high school, and they play all the American all-stars. And they bring trash bags. Like the Asian fans bring trash bags to the game. At the end of the game, they go around picking up everybody's trash. It's pretty nuts.
Wow, that's incredible, man.
Oh, Bink was asking any WBC breakout stars. Actually, I can't remember. Man, I wish I remember the kid's name.
That one pitcher, right? That one pitcher got signed by the Cleveland Guardians or something, right?
Detroit. Yes, you know exactly. It was Nicaragua,
right?
19-year-old.
Yeah, he got signed.
I think it was 6'1". They brought the kid in, and he faced the Dominicans' Murderers Road. He faced Rafi Devers. He faced Julio Rodriguez. And he faced, I think, Manny Machado. I think it was something like that, but it was the meat of the lineup. He struck all 3 of them out. There happened to be a Tiger scout, and within the hour, he was signed to a contract. He was crying. The coach gave him a big hug. He's like, "Congratulations, this guy wants to talk to you." And within an hour, he was signed. Like, how can you not love a story like that? You know, this kid is coming from nothing. This was like, shoot, I was watching I was reading no, Czech Republic. Czech Republic has a team.
Yeah.
And
Do they have
this
jerseys
guy,
like Great Britain?
yeah, Great Britain. That's a whole nother joke. Like their uniforms falling apart. Have you seen those memes? Like the T is falling off.
Yeah.
But I forgot the guy's name, but he came in, of course, they were getting blown out. Shohei's like a Greek god. He's like what, 6'5", 6'6", I don't know.
Mhm.
In the batter's box, this cat from the Czech Republic is 5'8". He's a mechanic back home. And his fastball touches 80. His fastball touches 80. I think I could throw I'll take that back. I'll probably
Filipino could hit 80, I think, at that basket.
yeah. But he strikes out Showtime. He struck out Ohtani.
Oh.
So Ohtani smiled. He's like, okay, you got me. And he's like, hey, can I get your autograph? Can I get your jersey and have the team autograph it? So he took a picture with the Czech Republic jersey. Because, you know, this guy is just a ordinary mechanic touching 80, and he struck out Showtime.
It's crazy, no? And yesterday, I don't know if you saw the Israeli team. You know, they got 10-0 rule in the end of the game, but the picture they put in there was an 18-year-old kid. He looked like a high school kid, 18 years old. He went in there and he got no runs in the first inning, and then they scored a run, but he pitched 2 innings, and they only scored 1 run on the kid, man. They took him out, and they were like, oh, cheering. Imagine the Israeli kid, 18-year-old kid. He did great. After that, they took him out, and they scored against every other Israeli pitcher that was in there, and they had to cut the game short because it was only 10-0.
Why did they take him out?
There's a new channel I found. Signs.
I don't know, it was like an 18-year-old kid. I guess they didn't want to leave him in there too long, but it was just a great thing to see a kid that young pitching for his country, and you don't see that, especially in Israel. I don't even know if they have an Israeli league or teams out there.
Signs of the pastime.
The only guy I recognized in the team was Jock Peterson. He was on the Israeli team.
Oh, is he? Huh.
Yeah. He played. They had a couple of major leaguers. Jock Peterson and somebody else.
From the last World Baseball Classic that we had at Dodger Stadium, we get the base decals for the bases for every country, but most of them don't make it to the end. So we have a bunch of extra ones, and I had Italy, I had Mexico, and I had Australia, I had every country. And I was able to give those away to people from those countries. You know what I mean? I knew Italians to give the Italian ones too. But I didn't know any Israelis. I think I still have them. I don't know any Israeli people.
That's because you don't live in South Florida.
Oh, is there good population?
They all come to retire over here.
Get my boy. I'm just assigning wrenches to people.
All right.
People just want to have that wrench. Huh? A lot of people always like, give me a wrench.
Well,
hey, Caesar, I was going to ask you. Now the bases are going to be bigger, right?
Yeah.
How's that going to work? Did you guys already putting in the bigger bases?
Yeah, they're only 3 inches bigger. They're not that big of a difference, but
hey, 3 inches is a lot.
The center of the base where the anchor is that goes into the ground is basically like 1.5 inches off now. So we just got to move that. So the edge of the base will be exactly with the baseline. But yeah, it's
you think it's going to make any difference in the game?
I don't know, man. 3 inches is that really that big of a difference maker? I have no idea. They say it will.
I mean, sometimes you see plays that are just almost a tie. The tie goes to the runner. So I don't know.
Yeah, but how?
Guys, I got an announcement to make. You guys don't know him, but my brother is in the chat. Berto Man 33. Team Platano right here. Team Platano. For him, Juan Soto, Julio Ruiz, and Rafa Devers. Hongade. That was the word I made up when I was a kid. But he always wants me to say it. But Team Platano in the building, baby.
All right.
We had a tag team name. I think it was called Sancocho. Like we were like, if we ever became wrestling tag team champions, our name was gonna be like Sancocho.
Hey! There we go. Home run.
Oh, bro,
Who
you're
was
ahead of
that?
me.
Dominguez? Soto, home run, Juan Soto.
Soto's ahead.
There you
You're
go.
ahead. You see, that's what you get for being so close to Miami. I ain't even.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
How do you think
yeah.
Soto's going to do this year?
fuera, hombre. Well, he wants that.
He's looking great so
He wants
far.
a $100 million contract, right? He's going to do great. He'll be my first draft pick for fantasy football, baseball.
Yeah, I'm worried about Tatis. I don't know how Tatis is going to do, but Soto's going to do great.
Man, I'm telling you, the Padres are going to try to figure out a way to get out of that contract. I mean, he's already been hurt multiple times. And I mean, not by training, riding motorcycles. I'm sure they talked to him. He's like, whatever. He's going to do what he wants to do, which is obvious. And then he's got this PED suspension. If he gets popped again, that's going to be a year suspension, right? He was suspended for 80.
Yeah,
Another
50
one.
games and then a year.
Yeah, I mean, they still got him for another. They're on the hook for like 11 years with this cat. You know, it's like they don't want nothing to do. They're going. I'm sure their lawyers are looking over that contract. They don't want him. They got Machado, who's
Well, I
legend.
mean, the thing with Tatis, right? I think he hurt his hand, right? And he didn't want to tell the team.
Yep.
So he went to Mexico to get surgery and did a good job. You know what I mean? So they found out, like, you know, he tried to hide it. You know, instead of coming to the team and having their doctors do it for free, he tried to hide it. So, I mean,
It's crazy.
Yeah, that just goes to show you is bad judgment. And you would think someone who's a legacy, someone who's had a father who played in the majors for as long as he did, will have better sense. I mean, you don't see like Vladdy Jr. Look at the Blue Jays. I call them second generation. They got 4 players who were legacies. You got Biggio, Guerrero, Bichette, and I think Lourdes, his pops played. They don't do stupid stuff like that because they grew up in the clubhouse. They know what to expect.
yeah.
You know, their fathers are in their ear, and then you got Tatis Jr. just thinking he knows it all. And bro, that contract is one I do not want.
I don't know, man. I mean, he could have learned. You know, it's possible he could have learned his lesson and be on the straight and narrow now. But who knows,
I
right?
hope so.
Look at this. I'm watching the chat over here. You got Don just kind of insulting Dylan on that thing here.
I love Dottie. Dottie is one of my favorite people, man.
Oh,
'Cause
man.
he likes to bust balls. You know, I like. Well, whoa, I almost went somewhere else with that. But Donnie is the man. He likes to talk crap. That's why me and him get along.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, Captain Obvious. It's very
That was
true.
great.
But like I said, I don't think the bigger bases are going to be that big of a deal. I think
Yeah, I don't know if they are, but when they did the science breakdown and analytics, they said it would make a huge difference. But it's like, really? I don't know, man.
I think the difference is going to be in preventing injury. You know, it's going to give players a little bit more separation. You know, the bang bang plays. People aren't going to be, you know, especially first when they're running towards first base.
The thing is
I
that the
think it's gonna
bases,
be-
the thing is, like, say second base, it's 3 inches wider.
Mhm.
So literally on one side is 1.5 inches, and on the other side is another 1.5 inches. It's an 1.5 inches difference, not 3 inches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
it
you.
doesn't really seem like it would make that much of a difference to me, but I mean, you never know. You never know. I think what's going to make more of a difference is going to be that pitch count
Pitch. the
because
pitch
that's
clock.
going to get the pitcher a little bit more anxious. The batter's got to be paying attention, or they're going to call
Let
strikes
me
on
tell you
them.
what, man.
The
I
runner
love pitch
has all
clock.
the advantage.
I agree with that.
I love the pitch clock. We've been using it at college for like the last 2 years. You know what I mean? They've been using it in the minors also.
Yeah.
Huge difference. College games used to go like 4 hours. Now they're like 2.5, 3 hours. Huge difference.
Oh.
I know a lot of people right now, they're like looking at all the mistakes and people learning. They're like, oh, this is going to happen all year. It's like, no, they'll adjust. You know what I mean? This is the trial period. It makes a huge difference, man. It's like so great. I mean, because if you ever watch the old games, like if you watch the old World Series or just games, Sandy Koufax get the ball, he's still on the rubber, gets ready, throws. The batters in the batter, they never leave the batter's box. They're in there the whole time. Like they don't get out.
They have to. I mean, Bob Gibson, those guys like that. I mean, you better hurry up or they're throwing it.
So let me ask you this, Caesar, because I was talking to Orlando earlier, and I thought, you know, the runners have all the advantage, you know, because after 2 tosses to first, the pitcher has to throw home. Like, to me, knowing that the pitcher has to throw home and as a runner, there's going to be no challenge. You can run.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of pickoffs in college now.
Have you? I was going to ask
See
you.
a lot of pickoffs where the guy takes off to second and the pitcher throws to first, and they throw him out at second. I've seen that. That's increased.
So they can still throw, even if it's like on their third or fourth throw over?
Well, I don't. I mean, in college they can. So I don't know if it's the exact same rules in MLB.
I'm very interested to see, but I do like the clock because now you don't have the cats like Nomar Garcia Parra, who drove me crazy.
Well, see, that's the thing is like when Greg Maddux played for the Dodgers, dude, every game was like 2 hours. Yeah. It was awesome. He didn't do that
2 hours.
He didn't do all that stuff. He got the ball, boom. You know what I mean? We had on the Dodgers, we had pitchers like we had I forgot that guy's name. Man, but he was the human rain delay. He would just come in to get the last 3 outs, and it would take like an hour. You know what I mean?
I think it's great. And you know what else is good for the young people? Because, people now are not patient anymore. And I think they're trying to get more kids back into the game and hurry up and let's get going. And I think that's going to get more fans in the game and more of the young people in the game because they know something's going to happen constantly. Not, you got to wait like 2 minutes for one guy. You got to throw a pitch,
70s Card Show. He feels like he's watching a Menudo reunion. My man.
Yeah, you're Ricky Martin.
Machado's up, baby.
Ricky Martin.
But B-Roth is right. Pitchers have a lot of power, and like pitchers who were already dominant, Mad Max is loving this pitch clock. He likes to dictate the game, and now he really is. It's like, hurry up and get in the box so he's striking people out in 40 seconds. I love it. Like, let's not mess around. Let's get in the box and let's go.
Yeah, man. I mean, you just got to start doing that. It's not like that big of a deal. People make say, well, now I won't be in rhythm. It's like, if you just do it, you'll adjust. You'll learn. You know what I mean?
I think it helps with your rhythm. You're not walking around. You're not overthinking everything.
Yeah.
It just drove me crazy. Cats were walking around the mound like,
Nomar Garcia Parra, he played before we renovated the dugouts and stuff. So there used to be a long stairway, like from the clubhouse to the dugout. There used to be a long stairway. But when he would go up the stairs, he had to touch every step with both his feet. You know what I mean? He didn't just walk up like normal. He had to do like, every step with both feet. And when you would be behind him, it's like, dude, hurry the fuck up. Like, get out, but he had a lot of weird superstitions, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was another one. Which pitcher was the one that he would not step on the baseline? Like, he will always jump over it.
Oh, there's a lot of people that do
that.
Yeah,
a lot. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who it was.
Yeah, there's a lot of pitchers that do that now. They jump over the whole baseline.
Yeah, that's good for you, Caesar. You don't have to keep doing the line anymore.
It's that superstition, right? You step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you, baseball players probably more superstitious than any other sport.
Oh, I love it.
Wade Boggs, he ate a chicken. He had to eat chicken. That's why he's a chicken man.
The chicken man.
For every game.
Yeah.
Rafi just got thrown out at first because they have the damn shift. They're not going to have that.
That's right. No more shift. That's going to be another change.
Yeah, Devers got thrown out at first because the second baseman was playing shallow right. Come on, man. The only time I was
Rafi. We had Manny Mota. You familiar with who Manny Mota is?
Yeah, I remember Manny Mota.
But so he was famous for every year going to the Dominican Republic and giving the players over there, all the kids, like tons of gear. Give them all this gear. But he got it from begging players all the time. You know what I mean? Like before every game, he's at the visitors dugout, he's on the home dugout, asking players to donate stuff for the Dominican. So at the end of the year, man, he would just take plane loads, of cleats and balls and bats, gloves to the Dominican. But I remember Jeff Kent, I'm tired of that guy asking me for my stuff. Like, I want to wear my shoes again. I want to keep that glove. I want to keep that broken in glove. Just because I get a new one doesn't mean I got to give him that one.
There's some Sotos.
That's great stuff. That's
Is he
great story. But let me tell you, a lot of those countries like Dominican and all that, the kids don't have gloves. They don't have bats. They don't have balls over there.
You know what they typically use?
Broomsticks.
Well, they use milk cartons in the Dominican. And I know Mariano Rivera talked about how he used to get a milk carton folded
as
up.
a glove.
Yeah, folded up.
Yeah, they used to use it as the glove, folded up.
It's just a different level because I think they're just. I mean, obviously they're hungrier. It's not like travel ball over here in the States. I mean, you will see kids in the Dominican and they're hitting bottle caps. You'll see the father throwing bottle caps, like flipping them from like 10, 15 feet out. And the kid is crushing it with a broomstick. Like, do you know the hand-eye coordination you need to pick up the rotation of a bottle cap and to hit it with a broomstick? Insane. And they're doing it in the rain.
Yeah.
So,
well,
you can't throw a slider with a bottle cap.
Yeah. And in Cuba's the same. I mean, Cuba, they don't have any of that stuff in Cuba either. So they got to start off, that way.
Yeah. Got a couple Juan Soto since he crushed one. That's a refractor. But yeah, man. It's just nice to see Acuna seems to be back for Venezuela. He's running healthy. And the team looks stellar. Altuve, I mean, you gotta like it.
Acuna, right? He's kind of known as a lazy defensive player, right? Like Acuna, he's known to like lollygag it,
lollygag it.
I don't agree.
I don't know, but he's hustling now. I watched him play for Venezuela, and he's hustling there.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
I know people are like, "Oh man, I hope he doesn't get hurt." But you gotta be excited that he's already looking this good, running full speed this early in the season. I mean, you gotta be happy about that. Acuna is horrible in the field. He's not as bad as Tatis. Tatis is the worst.
Oh, see, B. Roth said it. El Duque did that. El Duque was the one that did not step on the line. He would jump every time he passed when he got off the mound.
No, I think that was CC Sebastian. He would jump over the whole base path.
Oh man, these guys are crazy.
Golly, man. Come on, man.
We're still up, but it's 4-1 here. We're not looking too good here.
No, we're still good. I mean, we're on down 3, brother. We're on down 3. Plenty of baseball. How do you guys like in
Dominican's got to put Sandy in. They got to get Sandy in there.
I was opposed against the mercy rule, but I don't mind it. It's like 50, if you're up by 15 runs after 5 innings, they call it.
Yeah, dude. There's a reason why you're so far behind.
Yeah, if you're up by 10 after 7 innings, if you're up by 10, I started thinking about them like it saves arms, it saves time, it saves injuries. Like I wonder if they will ever adopt that in the pro. I mean, they're already putting a runner on second in extra innings. You know what I'm saying?
The problem, the real deal with that at the professional level is every player wants to get every at bat possible for their stats. You know what I mean?
It's all incentives. I get that. But I was just thinking, like, man, now you don't have like the Jose Canseco coming in, or like the middle infielder throwing 70 mile per hour gas.
Yeah.
While they're down by 12 runs, is like.
Yeah, I mean, how often does somebody come back from a 10-0, lead? It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I didn't know. What's the rule on that? Position player can only come in and pitch if you're behind. Like, is it 7 or 10 runs? There is a run limit. You can't just bring an outfielder to pitch anytime you want. You have to be winning by a certain amount.
I think
I didn't know that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah,
because on one of the Dodger games, we brought in like one of our outfielders to pitch, and the opposing manager challenged it, and they're like, "No, you have to be winning. You have to be winning or losing or whatever by 8. You know what I mean? You can't just do it any time." So they made him go back to the outfield and bring another pitcher in.
Oh wow!
Man,
I didn't know that.
My man is crushing my Dominican hero growing up, Sammy Sosa. That 70s car show is like, I hear Sammy Sosa is white enough to play for Team Finland. in WBC.
Oh wow.
I think he's right.
Uh,
Oh, Sammy, what did
no, I think the funniest team is the Netherlands. The
yeah.
Netherlands team. I
Yep.
mean, they don't really have people from Denmark. It's the
Nope.
people from
It's
from the
Curacao, bro.
islands, from the Caribbean islands that are
Yeah,
playing in that
that's the
team.
loophole, bro. Because like no one thinks of it, but they have some players from Curacao, like Ozzy
The
Albies
Curacao.
from there. You know, Andrew Jones.
Andrew Jones was from there, so they got
Yeah,
some teams.
more players from there. But it's like China was the most disappointing one. I thought China, they're 0-4. Team Australia, they got a couple middle relievers, but like the Czech Republic, like I didn't even know they qualified to play. Like I said, they had a mechanic who touched 80, and he was on the team and struck out
No,
Shohei. That's going.
But honestly, if you're facing 100 miles an hour every day and someone comes in throwing 80, it takes a while to adjust to that. I'm sure that the next go around they're gonna boom.
Good point. Yeah.
I seen 100.
Yeah.
I
A 70 show says that Bert Blyleven was Dutch. I didn't know that. Bert Blyleven was Dutch.
Bert Blyleven used to love to fart.
What?
Yeah, he always wore a shirt that says "I love to fart."
I did not know. I need to find that shirt.
Yeah,
Caesar knows all the insights
that's a fact.
here.
That's a fact. Bert Blyleven used to wear that shirt all the time. I love to fart.
Oh, we got Chris from Missouri in the building.
All right, Chris.
Yes.
And right now that you mentioned Bert Blyleven, I just got to say this.
That's it.
I was watching a newer channel on TikTok. He was opening packs, and he got a Blyleven. He's a and Bleely living. He's a Bert Bleely living.
Yeah, it drives me crazy. It's usually the old school guys. Like I've seen, like when they're opening like the new basketball, and they throw in, I forgot who it was, but he mispronounced every old school guy. Had no idea. I remember I was at the LCS, and the guy's just trying to hit, like Zion and Stats and everything. And he had he had a jersey. Obviously, it was a jersey of Pete Maravich, and asked if he was good. He's like,
yeah.
Pistol Pete?
Pistol Pete, the best college player ever.
Pistol Pete, man. Unbelievable. White chocolate of his day. Jason Williams, I mean, the passes off the elbow.
Can't be good.
What was that?
He's white. He can't be good in the NBA.
Well, according to Kendrick Perkins, now going to something else. He's been getting murdered at the stake.
Those are facts. Yeah. Those are facts.
Those are facts. You know exactly. He's getting murdered. It's the quietest I've ever seen Stephen A. on his show. Like Stephen A. was just like, "You're on your own on this one." He's like trying to say Dirk and Steve Nash were just. I'm like, come on, bro. And then Joker with they're just voting for him because boy can play. I need to get another beer. You guys gonna be okay without me for 5 minutes?
Yeah,
sure.
All right, let me see if this goes.
We'll hold down the fort.
Yeah, 70 show saying that Maravich scored 40 points a game, so I guess he didn't pass much, but he wasn't on a great team either.
Sometimes you gotta do it all yourself.
Exactly. Hey, it is what it is sometimes.
Hey, I really like that video you recommended. It was like a 1-part and part 2 of that one guy just going through about all the channel types and most viewed. That was pretty good.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I try to go sometimes and look for just kind of search through YouTube and find people that, I don't know, that people don't watch or have very little subscribers and stuff like that sometimes, just to check it out. And, and then the last video I did with the kids, Mangini went on with the young kids. These are kids that are teenagers, and they're showing the Harmon Killebrew rookie card and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm going,
exactly.
damn.
I can't believe the collections that they had.
I know,
But
it's crazy.
That one kid, he had like a Yogi Berra second-year card. It was only $100. Like where?
Yeah, exactly.
Where was that $100 at?
I'm looking at saying, I don't even have that card. I'm going, damn, these kids, but it's fun. So I like to look for those type of channels, and I'll post that stuff up when I see those kids like that, or anything that I think is fun and interesting, man. It's just great community. And Caesar, you're one of the guys, and I'll start kissing up here. You're one of the guys that I admired from the beginning, and because you are who you are, and that's one of the things that I like about you and your videos. That it's just, you know, who cares what people think, And some people
Right.
criticize you, and some people say, "Oh man, you shouldn't be smoking on there." So what, Do what you want to do, man. This is fun. This is what it's all about. It's not to do it for other people. It's to do this for yourself. When I started doing my videos, I did it just so I could look at my own cars and my own collection. It wasn't anything, to impress anybody or do anything, like that. That's not what it's about. It's about fun. And then, I just started connecting with people, and it's awesome. So, thanks,
It
Caesar.
that's
I was telling
that's
Lou, I was
that's
telling Caesar that he was one of the ones that really, the first guys that I really started watching on YouTube.
Yeah, Caesar's all right.
that's dude. That isn't that what's like? That's kind of like I think a new experience that I had was like the first time I went to the national.
Yeah.
Is where I met, say 50 people that I never met before, but I already knew them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I knew everything about them. I knew what they collect. I know how they act. I know they're good people. I know them, but I've never met them. Like first time I met them, but I know you. That was like kind of weird.
I think Orlando
Yeah.
experienced that last year at the National, but like
Yeah.
it was just like I remember when John came down to Tampa for the first time and James, we bro hugged and then just started talking. And I'm like, there was no awkwardness. You just picked up like from the last phone call and just cracked a couple brews and just started arguing about sports. Me and James, there's a bar near my house, and me and John were in there. We started arguing about who's the greatest cornerback of all time, Dion or Rod Woodson. Or, of course, it's Dion, but me and John were in, friendly conversation.
Well,
And
he's going to go for the Pirates guy. I mean,
we're
for the Pittsburgh.
of
But
course.
Dion was better, but he's going to go for Woodson.
Of course. I get that, but that's why we love sports, right?
Yeah.
Debate, and then I'm
You have a
pushing
bias.
John's button,
Everybody has a
and
bias.
then John is getting people involved in the bar. Like, who do you think is better? And Jen's like, oh my gosh, what's going on here?
No, it's crazy. And I remember watching Caesar when he went to the National, and he's carrying his case that he made up there, and it was just hilarious. I mean, I'll never forget that. That was crazy. I said, I got to go there next year.
I took that Pelican case to the
A
Burbank
Pelican case.
out here, and I always trip out because all kinds of people take pictures of it. They always tell me, "Hey, can I take a picture of it? Hold it up, take a picture of it." Now, but like I have no idea who these people are. It's like, okay, I just got like 20 pictures taken of me and my Pelican case. Like, who are these people? Like, where's that picture gonna end up?
It's famous. I mean, I've never forgotten that Pelican case.
No, but that as great as that was, like just being truly humble. I'll be at the show, like the National, and someone come up to me, hey, I enjoy your channel. You care if at first I was like taken back, like you just want to watch us buy cars because it was me and John. It's like, you care if I hang out? I ran out of money. You care if I hang out? I'm like, yeah, bro, hang out. Let's talk cars. They're just, everyone's just hanging out, walking. I'm like, you don't have to ask me to hang out. Let's just go, going from display case to display case, talking about cars that we wish we could have.
And what is a trip is like when you see people for the first time and they're really nothing like you pictured them, even though you see them.
Yeah.
Like Snoop. Like Snoop is huge. Like, wow, you didn't look that big in your videos. Like, yeah, you're a big ass dude. Jimmy Guns, Jimmy Guns look like a big ass dude.
Like George, Diamond Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just people like, whoa, it's like, I thought you were shorter, or I thought you were taller. It's like,
No,
wow,
John is as short as he looks. He's
No, I tell you, when I'm kind of a shy guy, and sometimes I saw a few guys. I didn't really want to go up to them, and talk to them, because I didn't even know.
Just up to me,
But yeah, no, I know. But when I was on the floor, I see Jake. Let's Just Never Die, and Jake is there looking at some cards and stuff, and I'm going, man, I could talk to Jake. Jake's, and I went right up there, and I tell you, me and Jake talked for a while. He took pictures. He was the first guy really that I sat down with, that I was with there, and we walked the floor and we looked at cases and looked at cards and stuff. And I mean, we hit it off right away. And then after I talked to Jake, I felt like, hey, I can say hello to these guys. They're gonna talk to me like they know me, and it was great. I mean, it was great community, great guys.
Yeah, once I hear the name, because sometimes they'll introduce them. Hey, I mean, 40% of the people on YouTube is named John or Mike.
Yeah,
Like, hey, I'm John, but I was like, hey, what's up, homie? Hey, they can see me like trying to figure like which John are you, and they say the channel name, like, oh,
I
God.
know, I know. It's like John Wade Box fan, but I call him Wade Box fan. Yeah,
Like, how much
call him
people
Wade.
like you just call me Lou if you want. I mean, I'm good with Lou Rock.
See, like
back in the army.
pick, like right now, Picker Jim S. Everybody knows what he looks like now.
Yeah.
But my first national, when I met him, he only showed his hands. He never showed his face.
Yeah, like me. I never show my face.
Yeah, so I hung out with him for like 2 days before I found out that he was Picker Jim S. James told me, he's like, yeah, that's Jim, Picker Jim S.
Yeah.
I was like, that's him.
Yeah.
Wow. I was like, wow. I couldn't even put his voice together. And then like when they tell you, it's like, oh yeah, that's totally him. That's his voice. No wonder he's buying all these Boston cards. But
Yeah.
I hung around with him for 2 days without knowing who he actually was.
Ah,
What happened?
golly, what a pick, man.
Nothing.
Great defensive play by the first baseman.
No
God.
runs. Still 4-1.
Yeah, still 4-1.
Still 4-1.
Beautiful pick, man. Golly. But like, so
They
I
got
want
to
to
get
go
something going.
I want to go to West
They
Palm
got-
because I want to see Egg. Egg is the guy I want to
Oh yeah.
unmatch. I gotta see that cat. I know he's over here in Florida.
Yeah, and you know who else talked to me? Well, not through my comments. Hitman 23.
Oh yeah, Mike.
He's over across.
He's
I've never met him, but he's about an hour and a half from me.
Yeah, Mike.
So,
he's the local guy. I think he's like close to like Cape Coral area.
Yeah, he's near Naples there.
Yeah, super nice guy. He came up to Tampa. We had before all the controversy, there was a big Tampa show. It was kind of regional. A lot of people came down. That was actually the show. Mangini came down. James came down. And in Tampa, where I'm at, Fisher Bike is near me, Sticks and Seams. So after the show, everyone came to my house and the wife barbecued a little bit, ordered some food. Mangini's wife was here, so we got some wine. It was a good time. So I'm hoping to do something like that next month because my birthday's next month and there's a show that weekend. I was hoping I can invite a lot of the guys again to the house. The pool should be ready to go. I wanted to do a big old Trader Night barbecue card show at the Lou Rock household. That's an exclusive right here, right now. I was thinking about that like the other day. I was like, I should do that. That'd be a good time.
I'm in. I got family in Orlando, which is about 4 hours from here and about an hour from your place.
Yeah, Orlando's an easy drive.
Yeah.
Is that where you get your name from?
Yeah, they named the city after me, and the whole Disney World area, all that is mine now.
Oh man, getting real.
Orlando Epcot Collector's Street.
No, it's funny because there's a sports card shop there called Orlando Sports Cards, and I went there to videotape it. And I'm Orlando. I'm an Orlando Sports Card. Nice place too, by the way, Lou. You got to hit that place up. They got a ton of vintage. The guy's been there. Kendall is the owner's name. He's been there for over 30 years, and he's got a whole warehouse full of stuff. And he's got,
well, I'm definitely
boxes of vintage. I went through. He had about 500 cards from the 1955 set and stuff like that.
Oh, another exclusive. So I'm going to be down there in Miami the first weekend of May. My son's a big F1 fan, and I enjoy it too. I enjoyed it watching McLaren back in the day. I'm still a McLaren fan, but my son's really big into it. So for his birthday, I bought him tickets Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're there the whole weekend. It was going to be a good time. He's a big Ferrari guy, so I'll be in Miami. Race it. So you already know if you can get there, man, get there.
Yeah,
those tickets.
Well, that's they race around the stadium, the football stadium there. That's about half hour from my house.
Yeah, so I'll be in town for that. But yeah, I'm gonna be there. It's my son's present, so I'll be at the race. I can't really sneak away from
That's
Leave him alone.
yeah,
the
but
Miami Grand Prix.
maybe I could get there Thursday. Maybe if I get there on a Thursday, hook up with you. But that's gonna be
All your son.
yo. That 70 show
Oh,
is dropping fire. His jokes are hilarious.
another hit here for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, man. Puerto Rico is on it right now.
Puerto Rico. Oh,
Oh, signs of the pastimes. I think he's a local guy. He just did I just subbed him up. Go check him out. But he did Al Lopez. Al Lopez is like a local legend here, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But he has he lived
I
in
post.
and he did he did a tour there.
Yeah, I posted that. That's Hugo.
Yeah.
Hugo. I posted his video there on the tour of Tampa. I went to Al Lopez's house and everything, and I was so familiar with there because I lived there for 10 years in that area. Well, my son graduated from the Jesuit.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah.
That baseball program is stellar. When my son was playing baseball, I was trying to get him over there because I was working, through my job. I worked some of the games over there. And
that's where my son graduated there. Pete Alonso graduated from that school. A lot of big name stars from that.
Yeah, a couple football players. They're more of a sports powerhouse now.
Would you agree that Pete Alonso is not valuable in the hobby as he kind of should be? Maybe.
I think so. Being in New York,
I think so.
Being the guy,
Right?
Cool nickname. Crushed 40 to 50 homers. Rookie of the year.
Because he took his shirt off.
I don't know. But bro, you tell me. I would rather have, as a fan, I would rather have my baseball player.
Oh, bro, check it out! Another big hit here.
And Giancarlo.
Another run. They just scored another run. So it's 5-1 now.
Oh my gosh! But Julio Rodriguez.
I think it was an error there.
But did you see that, bro? Come on, man.
Oh, look, 70 show saying that he went to Kendall's shop and he's got a lot of cards from his collection from Kendall's shop. Great. Yeah, he's got a lot of vintage. He's got a lot of stuff. The guy's got not only his shop, next to it, he's got another shop with thousands of cards. And he says he's got another place where he stores cards. Guy's been 35 years in the business.
Seriously, next time I'm down there, because I go down to visit my kid sister a lot, just to hang out. I'll sneak away for a day. I'll call you up and definitely hit that shop.
Yeah, this is the kind of shop. If you're looking to build the vintage sets, that's the kind of shop we want to go see.
Yeah, I just want to get the base Hall of Fame, some of the Hall of Fame runs.
Yeah.
I want to get that. But Caesar, I would rather have my baseball players looking like Alonso than like Giancarlo's, because Pete Alonso's country strong. He's he's just a naturally strong dude. He's not popcorn muscles, as my homeboy says.
Exactly.
He's not.
That's the thing about the old days. That's the thing about the old days. Like if you ever watch the old videos of Lou Gehrig, dude, his legs and his abs are so huge. Naturally.
Huge, yeah. People
not for working out. He's just a big man.
People don't realize that Lou Gehrig strong, and he had big shoulders too. I mean, this guy was
one of the problems with a lot of people nowadays. Their ligaments aren't as strong as their muscles. You know what I mean? So they tear easy.
Yeah. I mean, even way back, if you look at pictures of players like Honus Wagner was this
they're huge.
Tough, big, huge. He was strong, and he was like a square guy.
He's got big old arms. It's not from bench pressing and doing
man
every day. Not for hitting Planet 19 every day.
Yeah, I'm trying to think a naturally big dude from my generation was Frank Thomas.
Yeah.
Jim Thome. Jim Thome was just a naturally big dude. He wasn't ripped like a bodybuilder, like a Mark McGuire or Jose Canseco, but you knew he was a big dude.
Yeah. Now, I will tell you, and I put it because I remember Canseco when he was in high school here. I mean, Canseco was over 400 hitter in high school. Yeah. And he wasn't doing steroids at the time, and he was huge. Him and his twin brother, Ozzy Canseco, both of them, they're naturally huge, big, strong guys. The problem was after a couple years in the league, he got into the steroids. But there he is. That's
Ozzy.
There's Ozzy. He looks just like they're twin brothers. They were both naturally big, huge, strong. They're also both over 6 feet and huge
Talking
guys.
about big ass
You know,
Cuban.
unfortunately, he started doing
Yeah.
the
Well, I mean, you heard about all the fraud cases against them, right? Where like Jose Canseco was supposed to like box, and Ozzy would show up for him, and they were like, "Dude, this guy has tattoos
yeah,
that Jose Canseco doesn't have. Like, doesn't
doesn't
matter.
have
Same
exactly.
person. They may
But they
look
look
the same, but
exactly the
their tattoos set them apart.
yeah, the same. The face looks the same. The body's the same. It's just the tattoos and stuff. You're right.
I remember that was always the defense for like saying that steroids don't work because they said Ozzy and Jose were doing the exact same steroid, program,
Yeah, the
but
hand eye,
Ozzy
baby, hand
wasn't
eye.
benefiting. So they're like, well,
Yeah,
that's proof that the steroids don't work. Well, it's working for Jose.
right. Well, Jose was always the better player. You know, even though you're
Yeah,
twins, Jose was always the better
yeah.
player.
All
And
it
kind of
is
Ozzy
like,
kind of
as long as you make contact,
yeah
and if you're natural, a ball that was going to go to the warning track, if you're on
yeah
roids, it's going over the fence.
yeah exactly. But you know, people don't realize that Jose was fast. He was not only big, but he was well 40-40 guy.
Oh,
You know,
40,
he was he,
40, 40.
that guy. He
That's
had
why I
some
hated him.
real
Darryl Strawberry was supposed to be the first 40-40.
yeah. But it's a shame that he got into the drugs because he could have been a definite Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, it's the clubhouse he was in.
Yeah,
That's why he's
yeah,
like, but people pick and choose because look at the Rangers. Everyone demonizes Rafael Palmeiro, Juan Gonzalez, two-time
yeah,
AL MVP, but yet Pudge is in there. And Canseco was in that clubhouse too.
Yeah.
Canseco was there.
yeah.
It's like, come on, now you're just picking and choosing. Don't get me wrong. Pudge is arguably one of the greatest. He's probably the greatest defensive catcher of all time.
Jose
Top three.
Canseco, when he was on the Rangers, he has a card on Tops where he's like in the dugout eating sunflower seeds, or just a bunch of sunflower seeds holding a bat, and it was the cover of Beckett. I always remember that for whatever
Oh
reason.
wow.
That always sticks in my head. Hey, it's the exact same picture as the baseball card. It's
70s card show said there's
the
an
Beckett
Ozzy
cover.
card with Jose in the background. I'm trying to find that card now.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, Ozzy. There's an Ozzy card with Jose in the dugout behind him. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
The 70s card show is saying that for strong people, he's saying Jimmy Fox, and he's saying also that Reggie Jackson. If you take a look at Reggie Jackson was a real strong guy too.
Well, because he was the straw that stirred the Kool-Aid, right?
But
I
my
can't
man
believe
saying,
that the team hated him so much for saying that. It was like, hey,
Yeah.
it's true.
I need to hear this. How far down is he on defensive catchers? I can see he's far down on overall catchers, but defensively, you tell me a guy. I mean, he's not
Pudge
that
was
far down, bro.
no, bro. Pudge had the strongest arm of any catcher that I've ever seen.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. Arm wise, probably the best cannon of any catcher. Then you put what 11 Gold Gloves.
Yeah.
Like how far down is he defensively? I'm not saying he's the greatest catcher of all time, but defensively, he's up to
Hey,
top.
let me tell you, the guy was clutch.
Yeah.
And you know, I would say this because I went to see, when he played for the Marlins that year that they won the World Series, they would not have won it without Pudge. And I was there in every single game, and every at bat he had was clutch. Whether it was to hit a fly ball sacrifice fly or whatever was needed, he did it. And he had a great play at the end. I don't know if you remember. He got a big out right at the end of the game they were going to tie the game there. But Pudge, to me, I mean, one of the best catchers ever defensively, I think,
Yeah,
and a clutch
defensively,
hitter. I mean, he wasn't a good hitter for average, but he was
he was
clutch.
all
Hit when
right.
it counts. That's the important thing. Hit him when it counts. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I think.
Because that's what like Dodger fans say about Bellinger. Like, Bellinger a lot. It's like he hits home runs where we're losing like 5-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
5-1.
Who cares?
Like hit them when they count. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fisk had 1 Gold Glove.
yeah. That's why you wanted Reggie Jackson in the World Series. He was clutch, just like Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle in the World Series was also
So,
clutch. Who's
so
going
are
to
you
do it?
guys familiar with that play where Reggie Jackson like threw his hip into the ball against the Dodgers at first base,
Yep.
and
No.
Tommy Lasorda runs out like he's got to get out of the way, and the umpires called him safe, and he ran like they're like he's out, he should be out. That's interference. Like he literally like just like whoop, like threw his hip into that ball.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was
I
the
used-
great. I remember that. That was a great moment. But do you remember the moment when Reggie Jackson almost killed the Queen Elizabeth?
Oh yeah.
That was bananas, bro.
Yeah, at Dodger Stadium, which looked like Angel Stadium apparently.
Yeah, I can't agree with Keating on that one. I mean, Fisk was a nice player. He can't touch Irod defensively. Like I said, Ivan had probably the best cannon.
Yeah, see, but iconic moments. That Carlton Fisk moment. Iconic.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
Iconic.
we're talking apples and
Iconic.
oranges here. That's two different things.
Yeah.
That's offensive. That's offense. Like,
Right.
bench, you can argue both
Yeah.
sides of the plate.
I mean,
That's a highlight.
offensive.
That's a
offensive.
highlight.
You're
That's a
talking
highlight forever.
forever, but offensive. You're talking Johnny Bench. I mean, that's an offensive catcher there. And I'll go back to Yogi Berra.
Yeah.
Another clutch.
Johnny Bench wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, so
You heard that story, right? How Johnny Bench
Yeah.
saw Mickey Mantle one day, and he's all, "Hey, they say he's from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma, so that means I could be a baseball player too." And got on his horse and became a baseball player.
Yeah.
And you know what? As much as we talk about like Irod's just defensive, he's got 2,800 hits, 296 batting average.
Yeah.
And he has an AL MVP and NLCS MVP. So he wasn't
and World Series ring.
That's right. Against my damn Yankees. Right? When he was
That's right. Josh Beckett.
Yeah, that was 03.
Remember Josh Beckett?
Yeah, Beckett. Was D-Train on that team?
D-Train was on that team, yeah.
At that time, he was like the Shohei of his day because I remember him pitch hitting a couple times.
He could hit, and he could hit for power, and he also ran. I mean, you'd see he'd even try to bunt.
I remember like one time Kershaw for the year was batting like 240, but every other Dodger on the bench was like batting 150, 180. So they put him up to pitch hit. They're like, he's actually the best possible batter, in the lineup right now.
All right, beautiful people. Soto is up.
Soto is up with a man on base.
Man on base. Let's go. All right. That's low. Oh, they gave him the strike. They gave him the strike. Come on, that was low.
Caesar can't see it, right?
Did
Caesar, you don't know what's going on.
Did you see that one college baseball play where the umpire just called the 2-ball strikes like on purpose because he got mad?
Yeah. He got suspended,
that was
right?
Crazy because they were obviously both way balls.
He got suspended or something.
Yeah, he got suspended for a game. He got reprimanded.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, when you mess with the integrity of the game, you should lose. Yeah. I mean, you hate to see someone fired, but he should lose his job because if he's that, as a person who can affect the game, now you're talking into a great.
I did see that. I remember I did see that.
In his defense, he didn't affect the game because that team was down by like five runs. You know what I mean? With 2 outs.
I know, but still, bro.
Yeah, but they said he had also called the pitch before that. That was low and outside. He called that a strike.
Inside, and then they threw low and outside. He called them both.
Right. The kid argued.
Obviously, balls. Like no way they were strikes.
Yeah.
The catcher was about to throw it back to the pitcher. You know what I mean? When he called the strike, held on to it.
Yeah.
It's true. How the Padres reported all these players. I don't know how the Padres got into the big game hunting like they are, but the Padres got a squad.
They're all in like Silicon Valley Bank.
Caesar, let me ask you. You know that they're trying to get to the point where they just have the the strike zone done automatically. Almost like AI. Have like where they get rid of the umpire eventually. I think that's the goal. Are they doing anything in Dodger Stadium, like set up a camera, like in the center field stuff to kind of?
They do that every game. They do that every game. Like we have to wait for them. Like there's a slot where they do it. It only takes a couple minutes, but there's a point where there'll be a guy around home plate with one of those like the surveying things, and they survey the strike zone. But I don't like that because the strike zone is the same for everybody, and that's not the way it's supposed to be.
That's right. Because you have taller and shorter. I mean, Altuve is not going to be the same as Judge.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron Judge or somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Judge is always susceptible to that low strike. They always
every game you see the guy up there with this little surveying thing, and they make the strike zone before the game starts.
This is why I wish I was there. First and second, No outs.
First and second, no out. Julio Rodriguez is up.
Julio's up.
So it looks like they walked Soto. It looks like.
I'm talking to my source.
So I'm telling Caesar what's going on here. So you got Julio Rodriguez up.
Pedro Guerrero up to bat for the Dominican.
The young rookie's up.
Julio Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez, and the drums are banging in the stands.
Get the Guido.
Yeah, they're all excited there. This is a big moment here.
Julio Rodriguez is a big stud.
Yeah,
he's a big stud here, but they're not pitching to him right now.
Yeah, my buddy thinks I got rid of his first Bowman card. I got, at the time when I ripped it, I didn't think it was a big deal. It was number to 150. And
there it is.
I traded it. That's nice. I traded it at the National, and I got my Clemente, my KDKA personal collection of Clemente. So I'm happy with it. But my buddy's like, you got rid of it too soon. But it's like stocks. You can't fall in love with these prospects because if he's not a Yankee for me, at least personally, or someone who's, a local, I'm not in love with Julio Rodriguez. Like, I want to get him while he's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my buddy has this beautiful Cody Bellinger. I think he got it. It was a pre-prospect card, auto, number to like 150. And at one time, that card was like $700. He'd be lucky to get $100 for it.
Yeah.
Because he don't into it too much. And it's not like he's a Dodger fan or a Cody Bellinger fan.
Now, those prospect cards like that, man, you just can't hold on to them too much because you never know what's going to happen.
It's like all these people who invest in Zion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a really good player, but he gets hurt all the time.
That's not a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
And to me, you got to treat it like stocks. Never fall in love with your stocks. That's always question. That's always the first rule. Get in, get out. And that's what, if you hit a prospect that's hot, if that's not your guy, if that's not your team, if you have no attachment to it, trade it for something you want. Like, I would never be disappointed. Yeah, Julio might go another 2x, but he might not. He might have a Tatis route. Try to get rid of a Tatis right now. At least I got my Clemente card and will always be in the collection now.
Hey, Julio just got a hit.
Oh my gosh, you're loaded, bro. You are.
I'm a little bit ahead of you there, because I'm closer to the stadium.
One of the brothers, right? This is Diaz.
They just got a hit here.
Hey, Mimo.
J-Rod just got a hit. He's on first, so now they got bases loaded. So he's on second.
Oh no, bases loaded, baby. Let's go.
Bases loaded.
Let's go. Platano power, baby. Let's go.
Now it's getting good here. Home run will tie the game.
During All-Star Weekend, we had a game with all these like prospects and high schoolers. There was this one kid that was a monster, like physical-wise, a monster. I don't remember his name, but I don't know how he's doing. Because he was next to like Dominguez and Rodriguez. He was so much bigger than them.
Wow.
But is that necessarily good in baseball?
Yeah, some of them are a little bit too big, a little bit too much. I was concerned about Aaron Judge. He was big, and I didn't know whether he could. They
always say big men like that don't have a long career.
Yeah, no, but my concern with him is that he has such a big strike zone that he's an easy guy I would think he's an easy guy to strike out, but obviously, he's doing great. What's that, Lou?
Keaton's like, how many cards of one player do you really need each year? And that stack was just Acuna rookies.
Yeah, I have a ton of Acuna rookies.
I still like Acuna, man. Acuna is a stud, man. You can't fault a player for getting hurt one time,
Right.
It was a freak accident. He's still a stud. He looks healthy. Now if you're a Acuna fan, now is the time to get his card, because that's what I did with Judge.
Yeah.
When Judge got hurt, man, I picked up his like rookie variation card, his photo variations for like $15, $10.
Yeah.
Because he was my guy. That didn't scare me. Get what you want.
Hey, so
get what you want. The only thing is you got to be careful sometimes, because look at players like Glaber. I mean, he was hot. Everybody wanted Glaber Torres cards, and all of a sudden, boom.
Watch your mouth.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Sorry about that, Lou. That was not nice.
That hurts. That would hurt because I got some.
I'm still a fan. I still like him. I still have his rookie card too, but
That's why I'm happy, because this is make it or break it for Glaber, and he's on Team Venezuela, and they're crushing it right now. So I'm hoping winning the environment, and the thing is, that he's real good friends with Judge.
He's still a good player. He just got to get his act together here.
Yeah, that COVID year I think really hurt him.
Yeah, real bad. So they scored another run here, so it's 5-2 here.
Yeah.
So
Lee, man, but we got 2 outs.
5-2. You got a man on third base here still.
But that's good baseball. You trade 2 outs for a run, right? They got the double play.
Yeah, at least they got the run in, but we'll
You
see
don't
what happens with
get
this.
that run, you get the 2 outs.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Gosh dang, big-eared Manny Machado.
Manny Machado's improved, dude. I'm really impressed by that fool.
I-
He
Yeah.
was a dick. he was a butthole before, and now he's actually way.
Oh, you got
He's a leader. He grew up a little bit. He matured, but I was okay
Yeah,
with
he
that
did.
because I'm the type of cat, like the people I always gravitated to, especially like in wrestling or boxing, were the cats who talked, but they backed it up. They weren't just
Yeah.
barking. Like they barked and they had something to back it up. And Machado
Yeah.
always backed it up. He's on a trajectory to be on the Hall of Fame.
Well,
Like,
the only
I
time
mean,
he didn't back it up is when he made that bet with that Dodger fan. Remember that?
oh
Where he
no.
bet that Dodger fan? I bet you my entire contract for a year, that the Padres win the World Series before the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers win it that year in 2020.
Oh, wow.
Whoops.
You
Yeah.
know, that wasn't a legal binding contract. Or
I forget that bet too, bro. I'll forget that
Wow.
one too.
All right, you got Devers coming up to bat here. Rafael Devers.
The only time we cheer for the Red Sox in this house. Let's go.
Yeah.
I have a pretty large collection of Devers rookie cards.
I like him. He's a good player.
You got him. Let's show him. It's good.
Show
juju.
him. Show something.
Let me see if I can find them real quick.
Come on, Rafi. Here's a Bowman Chrome. Dominicano. His little brother, isn't his little brother in the Marlins organization?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Here's the.
I think he came up a little bit last year and played, but not much.
What position is he? I just knew he had a little brother.
I think he's an infielder. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's a local. He was in Tampa. I think his car got broken into. I love
wow.
Stadium Club. As Pepito knows, the photography for Stadium Club is just second to none.
Yeah. Devers just popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks.
At least it's 5-2.
I'm selling all my Devers.
All right.
Sell. Here's a decal.
Nice.
Son of a. And most of these I got in value boxes, bro.
There it is.
Pennies on the dollar. Like people don't know what they got. I mean,
people don't realize what's in value boxes. They have no idea. Sometimes I go through some of that stuff. That's why I find a lot of things that you never see, because a lot of stuff is hidden away and people don't put it in their display cases. You gotta
well,
go
if you know
through
your
that.
prospects, if you know these young cats, like I used to keep up with it. Now I'm not as big on it as I used to be. But you'll go through these value boxes for Bowman 2-3 years from now, and people will take out what's hot. But as everyone knows, the great players of Bowman usually don't come to fruition until 3 years from now.
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, that's a good one. 90s.
90 Leaf.
I got that on my wall over there, underneath the TV.
That's one of the prettiest sets from the Junk Racks era. That 90 Leaf set.
That Frank Thomas, yeah.
Yeah, and the back is all silver. The back of those cards, they look beautiful.
Man, I was talking about like guys in their prime. Tim Lincecum.
See, there's the Sosa there.
Yeah,
The back. See, I love the back of those.
Yeah, Lincecum was sick, man. Him, Santana. You look at the apex of their careers, man, just phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a Cunha.
There was one game that we had against the Cincinnati Reds. It was a Sunday morning game, a Sunday afternoon game, and Chapman went into our locker room because we were working and our locker room was empty, and he fell asleep in there. And he was asleep the whole damn game.
That's the Griffey 90 Leaf there.
Which I'm trying to see. What's Chris talking about? Are you talking about post-war rookie cards? Post-war rookie cards? I think he's talking about the Neuhauser. Hal Neuhauser. I think I heard him talking about it. To have
Newhouser, that's the rookie
48
card.
leaf. Is it 48 leaf?
No, yeah, that's a 48 leaf short print. One of the toughest 48 leaf cards, right up there with Satchel Paige.
I think that's the one that Chris needs to complete his 48. I mean, his 48, his post-war Hall of Fame rookie card run. That's the last
49. I keep saying 48. It's 49 leaf.
49. So I mean, that's an amazing. Like I love post-war rookie cards, but to say that's the only one you need, that's sick.
Yeah, that's sick.
Right? That means you have all the other ones.
Yeah, W. Voggs there. Thanks, W. Voggs, hanging out with you. He came down to South Florida, hung out with Will. We went to one of the card shops.
With Shakira batting, I'll watch her do anything. I love Shakira.
Shakira?
She's Colombian.
Shakira.
Yeah, she's
She's
Colombian.
got tax problems right now, though.
Oh yeah. Well, she got that divorce.
I didn't know she was having tax issues.
Oh yeah, she owed like millions of dollars in tax money.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let's see what my boy Will is saying inside the stadium. Oh, he's just saying insanity. Insane.
I can imagine. I mean, being in the stadium right now is just crazy.
Man. And those $200 tickets I was looking at was like nosebleeds, bro. It wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
look at that. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, my guy was.
That's a nice Hogan you got there, Caesar. I like that.
That's his rookie, ain't it?
That's a rookie.
I think that is his rookie.
Yeah, it has to be because the top loader says rookie card. So that means
that's
a rookie card.
Well, there's another version that is like the yellow. I think the yellow version of that Hulk Hogan is a yellow version of it that's the more desirable one, but that's an awesome one.
There you go. Well, let's bring this back around, baby.
We got a ways to go, Lou. Still 5-2. Not looking too good right now.
He struck him out. Golly. It's just.
Do any of you guys have this card?
Doc
this
Ellis?
is like a really short print Doc Ellis card.
Oh, wow.
I think like some butcher shop made like a couple hundred of them.
Oh, really? I thought it was a custom you made. That's an actual card?
Yeah. No, this isn't a reprint. This is actual.
No, it says like a regional issue.
It's a regional issue.
No, I did not know that. What steakhouse or what steak company is that? Butcher shop. I love that stuff, man. I didn't appreciate it till I got on YouTube. I'm like, man, these regional issues, they're hard to get. So now when I see stuff like that, I try to pick them up.
They're hard to get. I mean, I've got a Dan Marino, which is a police issue. It was issued by the local police from '84. So it's his rookie card. So Dolphins police card from Marino. So there are regional stuff. Kind of neat, those regional cards.
He made up for that bonehead play earlier. Rodriguez made a beautiful.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that diving catch in center field there, Pepino. Get that out. Yeah. Incredible catch there. Wow. He saved a double there.
Oh, yeah.
2 outs.
Beautiful approach. Oh, great angle on the ball.
Yeah.
Superman, baby.
Yeah, look at Henry S is saying, someone say nosebleed. Yeah, that's what you're going to get, Henry. The nosebleed way, way up there. And those were $200 tickets.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost worth it to be in that atmosphere, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the World Series, It's we talked earlier in the beginning. It's like the World Cup.
Yeah, to a lot of people, it's very important.
Yeah.
Here's a Julio. Here's a J-Rod.
There's a J-Rod.
There's another one.
Yeah, his cards are going crazy right now, man.
That dollar box. That's it. I don't have too much.
No, I don't either.
What, J-Rod?
Yeah.
I got
I have a good J-Rod.
Unless I pull something out of a pack here or there. I don't open too much, but I don't really have any J-Rods.
I got one that I got
1 point.
Early enough that it wasn't expensive.
That Blaze Jordan?
Yeah, bro. I found this. I got this for 50 cents in a value box.
Look at that. That was a big card last year.
This is numbered to 99.
That was a big card last year.
So I was going to trade it, but my buddy, who's a Red Sox fan, said hold on to it. He'll probably get called up.
Oh,
So I'll strike when the iron's high and trade it at a card show.
Look at what Caesar's got. That's a gem in 10 J-Rod Sapphire.
That's sick.
Nice. Wow.
I didn't know you were a slab.
Look at that.
Slab knob.
Nice card. Look at that. And a gem in 10.
Slab snob. Look at that.
Wow. Impressive.
OG.
Very nice.
Is that Dominguez? Yeah.
Look at that.
Martian.
Man, YouTube changed you, bro. PSA.
I'm telling you, man. I've never seen him go and get slab cards like that.
Well, I mean, I have them, you know, but I got them when they were cheap, you know.
Yeah, look at that.
You got that. Was that the one that from Silver Jackify, bro?
Yeah, I won it in this contest.
I wanted that.
Oh, that's Soto.
I do it for support, but Silver Jackify didn't need it. So that was one I was like, man, I really want to win that contest.
Well, the thing is, too, is like, I won that card from him. You know what I mean? Like, he gave it to me.
Yeah, Soto was a beast. I mean, he still is a beast. That's a beautiful card.
I know.
Yeah.
I made a video, like a fake video, where I just got a bunch of 10s that I have, and I said, hey, I just got this submission back from PSA. Let's see what I did. And I got all 10s. And then Jackify was like, wow, that's incredible. How did you do it? It's like, dude, you gave me that card. I thought you would at least get it.
That's a great one. I love that.
Those cards.
Bro,
great idea, Caesar. That's awesome.
I enjoyed your dominoes the best. Maybe because I grew up playing dominoes. But when you did it was a tabletop for something, right?
Yeah, for a Cracker Jack card, I think, or something.
Was it Cracker Jack? Like, I forgot what the VR was for, but you were showing like a 10 and a 9 and an 8. Like, you were connecting the numbers. I was like, that's awesome. I don't have enough slabs to do that, but I was like, man, I like playing bones. A little Capicu. Chisholm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he comes up with the best idea.
Yeah, domino. Let's play some bones, bro.
The best idea.
I'll bring it for national. Have a little domino corner. No, well, that'd be a national for another 2024. That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, baby.
All right.
See, I got one. I was like, oh, should I try to trade up or try to upgrade? But I'm like, man, I'm happy with the one I got. The house, the 2 kids.
Yeah.
Frank Thomas Atomic.
Nice. Get some Frank Thomas.
Someone said no, please. Oof.
Here's a Frank Thomas over here.
What that is? Oh, Frank
Thomas, Elite.
Man, I became a Big Hurt fan when he had that game. I think it was for Super Nintendo or Sega. It was the Big Hurt, and he was the only one that looked like himself. Everyone else was like a generic player. All right, name a player. Let me see if I can find. Whatever happened to Sixto Sanchez? He became a scrub, didn't he?
Oh man,
he got one of his toes removed, so now he's 5-toe Sanchez.
He's back in the minors. I mean, that guy was a stud, you know. But
that's what I'm saying. What happened to that cat?
I don't know. He just kind of lost control. You know, some of these guys that throw 100 miles an hour, they just can't throw strikes sometimes. You know. It happens. Look at who's that guy that used to pitch? Is it Rick Ankiel?
Yeah, he went to center field.
Yeah.
I saw him on the Rifleman Challenge. I guess it makes sense. I mean, the guy used to throw 90 plus.
Yeah.
Throw him in the outfield, but Jose Berrios on Team Puerto Rico. That's a cool one. That was in a
slabs.
Oh yeah, Frank Thomas. I used to see those in the flea market all the time. Like, where do you find that stuff? Oh, here's your boy, bro.
Here.
Little Jazz Chisholm.
Oh man, I love Jazz. He's one of my favorite players right now. You know, Jazz was chosen to be the cover of the MLB game.
Yeah. Don Mattingly hated him.
Yeah, Don Mattingly. Well, let me tell you, the people in the club, the guys in the clubhouse didn't like him either. He had some issues there. They had to have a meeting, and this guy was the one that fixed the issues there, Miguel Rojas, who unfortunately we traded after I got him. The Dodgers got him now after I got him to autograph this card.
What were the issues? Like they just saw him as selfish, all about me, not about the team.
Yeah, kind of. He's cocky, you know. He's cocky, but he's a young kid, you know, and that's how they are. And you know, unfortunately, he just didn't click with some of the veterans on the team. But you know,
Eminent just hit a double.
Yeah, but I still think now that Jazz is going to do great this year. I think he's going to have a good year.
I think it's going to be, and that comes with maturity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's become the face. He's on the video game. You know, you know the kid got started.
So was Puig.
That's true
too.
On
the MLB cover of the baseball.
I love, bro. When Puig came in there, like I don't think people, and that was that long ago. People they forget how big he was. Like when he defected, like 5 tools, the way he was built.
Yeah, he was not, dude. I'm telling you, homeboy was like super good, but he couldn't stop partying. You know what I mean? He was like a Mickey Mantle. But that shit don't fly no more. You know what I mean?
Bro, I mean, think of where he came from.
Yeah.
I mean, and then where he ended up. I mean, he has all this freedom he never had.
Right.
Now you get man millions of dollars, and he's by himself. He didn't have his security and his family because his family was still back home.
It's not like you could go to Cuba and go buy a beer. You know, they don't have that kind of stuff over there. They don't have drinks. You can't have any of that stuff there. And they're watching you, and especially if you're on the Cuban national team. I mean, you literally have your neighbors reporting everything that you're doing, you know, in those countries. And once he got out, he got freedom, and you know, sometimes they just go crazy. And the same thing happened, you know. Also, Jose Fernandez, same thing happened with him when he got out, and you know, young kid, and it happens to a lot of them. They just never seen freedom ever in their lives.
That's crazy.
And now they can go drink and they got millions of dollars. You know?
The Jose Fernandez story, just hauling ass on the boat and then hitting rocks, flying up.
High, he was high.
Yeah, man.
He was high.
Sad.
But that's what I'm saying. Like these guys come over, they defect, they take the risk, but they're by themselves. Like they don't have the checks and balances like they do home. Where if they had their family with them, they're not going to be acting a fool over here.
Yeah.
They're not going to be out.
Tell them, hey, what are you doing, stupid?
Yeah. You know, you got responsibilities now, but they're over here by themselves. They're waiting on months, maybe years for their family to come over.
Like, let's say I used to collect a lot of Fernandez. I was a pretty big Fernandez collector, and you just think like, oh, this kid's like got the world in his hand. He's gonna be a badass. You never expect him like, oh, he's gonna die in a boat accident.
Yeah. No, me too. I got a bunch of his cards, you know. And
you missed. We were talking about. Can you imagine him and Sandy right now?
Yeah, him and Sandy Alcantara pitching at the same team right now.
In their prime.
Yeah, that's what a lot of prospectors don't understand these days. Like, dude, anything can happen. Like, if Bo Jackson was the first player right now to play football and baseball right now, his prices will be crazy nuts now.
Through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, he would have patch autograph and all that stuff.
Yeah,
now,
and then a regular tackle ends his career. You couldn't even tell it was any, career-ending tackle.
No, they just pulled his leg, and there goes his entire hip.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And Dominicans better hurry up.
Let me tell you, that guy was talented. That Bo Jackson was a true talent. He had it all.
Dude, he
that guy had speed,
power.
He climbed walls. He had the speed. He had power. He had a strong arm. I mean, he had it all in football and in baseball. That's a once in a lifetime. That's like Shohei. I mean, similar to Shohei. That type of player.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what that's gonna be an interesting thing. See how Shohei ends up. Being a good pitcher and player and batter.
But what I'm more interested in seeing is his contract. Do you give him $200 million as a hitter, which he qualifies for, and $200 million as a pitcher? Like, are you going to sign him for $400
million? I love that card. Yeah, well, that's why they say Machado's holding out on the Padres because he wants to see what Ohtani gets, and then he wants to beat his contract.
There's no way. It's apples and oranges. Like you can't even compare it. They're not even the same player. Yeah, I like that. I like that card more than his football one because he has a football one equivalent.
Right.
which is horrible. Like he has the batter helmet on, and I don't like it.
No, I'll tell you, if anybody asks me what's one card that you must have in your collection, this is it.
Yeah.
This was back in the day. This was a huge card.
That
it was
was
part of the set. I mean, it's card number 697 of the set, and this set was over 700 cards. So it wasn't easy. It was a tough pull actually back in the day.
What?
And it was the only black and white. It was cool because it was the only black and white card in the set. You get that, wow. You know,
it was like a gallery portrait. It was like it took it to another level.
Yeah.
But that other card, the football one, the 50, it was horrible. I did not like it. It was vertical. He's holding. I don't know. It doesn't work. That one works.
He had a couple of good cards. He had that lightning card from Score. Also, Score did the good ones.
Score did great ones. Yeah.
It was like the bow breakers and the knee breakers. He's like crushing.
Yeah.
Bow breaker.
Yeah, bow breaker.
I on Instagram, like probably 10 years ago, I have a video where I say I do the Bo Jackson, where I found the broken bat. Okay, hey, Lou Rock, you remember like I did a video and you said like, whoa, bro, you're choking up big time on that bat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but yeah, the reason I was choking up on that bat is because it's broken.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So to swing it, I gotta hold it over the broken part. If I swing it at the bottom, it'll break. But yeah, I used to do that all the time. I used to make videos on Instagram doing the Bo Jackson. Whenever I find a broken bat, I'd go and like put the camera on home plate and I pretend like I struck out and I would break it over my head because it's already broken, but you can't tell, you know.
You got a hard head there, Pepino.
Dang, we have runners on the corners and pop up.
Ah.
Oh, well. Gentlemen, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Been going on for 2 hours just talking baseball. I love it. Ohtani should ask for pay as a hitter with incentives for pitching. I can see that. Look, Ohtani's gonna get 400 million plus. I mean, Judge got 10 years, 390, right? I mean, I don't see why.
I honestly, I don't get it.
400. So I don't know.
I don't understand. I don't understand how people are saying that baseball is dying and they're not making money, but the contracts are getting bigger. How exactly does that equate?
Essentially, for Ohtani, you're getting 2 players. The only thing I can see him doing, instead of getting a 10-year contract, getting 5. You know, it's like, yo, I want 400 million. If you don't want to give me 400 million, then it's 5 years. 5 years, 400 million. Instead of 10 years, 400 million. Because I can see him going for 600 million. Like 300, 300.
Where do you think he'll sign?
Where?
Yeah.
Padres are the Padres sign everybody. I'm worried about the Padres, the Mets. Their owner is not afraid to sign people because they were going to sign Carlos Correa, but you know they reneged on that because of his injury or his health, medical, physical. Yeah. So the Mets I would worry about. Padres. I don't
where the Mets don't have anywhere to play him at this point.
What do you mean? DH is universal now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. DH
and you always have. There's never enough arms.
Yeah, you got to DH him.
Yeah, I mean you could DH him. And as a owner or someone who's invested in Ohtani, I don't want him in the field, especially if he's pitching.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You just want him. He's more than an adequate bat.
Hit and pitch.
You don't need him in the field. You don't need him at first base. You don't need him out there. You don't need that. Just let him hit and pitch when he's there.
Play him every day.
Give the fans what they want.
Hey, for that many millions of dollars?
Yeah. Don't be load management him.
Load management.
Load management.
Oh well, but like I said, guys, Latino Collective, I love it.
It's been fun, guys.
I'm gonna focus on this game and drink one more beer, but I have fun. Anything you want to say?
Thank you. It's been fun, guys.
Love the hobby. Keep collecting baseball cards forever, essays.
That's it.
Peace.
Easy. I'll probably send you guys text messages later, like usual. Conversation will keep on going.
Nothing nasty.
All right.
Nothing. All right, bro. See ya.
Thanks, Caesar. Thanks, Lou.
See ya, brother.
Later.